The following is a presentation of Husker Radio Sports. Your exclusive home for North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics is right here on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. You can also hear all the action at www.huskerradio.com or on the KODY mobile app, available for free in the Google Play or the App Store. Now let's send it to the voice of the Irish, Tanner Struckman.
Good evening, Irish Nation, and welcome back to Knights of Columbus Field. It's another football Friday night for your St. Pat's Irish here tonight as they are back at home for what may be the final time in 2025. We hope not, but that remains to be seen. It is for sure the final home game of the regular season. The St. Pat's Irish come in 4-2 tonight as they get set to take on the Southern Valley Eagles, who come in with an 0-6 record. Welcome into our Quick Stop pregame show. Just around every corner, fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road to everywhere, it is Quick Stop. Glad to be with you. Tanner Struckman here set up. We'll be joined by Bill O'Malley in just a little while. It is a perfect night for some high school football. Once again, the weather is gorgeous. It's maybe a little bit chillier than it's been, and it's a little cloudy right now, but temperatures are 70 degrees. Perfect night for high school football. St. Pat's 4-2, again, coming off of a loss last week to the Dundee County Stratton Tigers. It was a tough one. DCS, well, frankly, put it to the Irish in a big way, able to knock them off by a score of 47-14. Now tonight, the Irish try to regroup. 2 games left on the regular season. They're hoping to make the playoffs for the 18th straight year, but they're going to need these next 2 to get into the playoffs more than likely. I think 1 would probably do it, but 2 would pretty much guarantee a decent spot in that playoff ranking. I don't know if a home game is out of bounds yet. It's close. They might not have that opportunity by the end of the year, but for sure they would need a couple wins here today. Again, Southern Valley comes in 0-6. They're coming off a loss to Highline last week, 42-6. It's a team that scored early in the season at a plenty rate, 34, 38, 28, 26. But over the last 2 games, only 20 points scored. Coach Coy Gideon is in his first year taking over. The Burwell product has taken over this program, trying to get it back on track. It's a program that had to forfeit several games last year. In fact, they forfeited their final 3 games, including this one against St. Pat's. These 2 teams haven't played again since 2018 when they were both in C2 11-man football. So it's been a while since we've seen the Eagles. In fact, the last 2 matchups have been forfeited by Southern Valley. We're glad to see they're here today, ready to play some football. 28 minutes to kick off. The Irish and the Eagles coming up here on our pregame. Again, brought to you by Quick Stop. We'll take our first time out when we return. We'll hear from the head coach, Kevin Dodson. We'll recap the loss to Dundee County Stratton. We'll preview the matchup with the Southern Valley Eagles. When we return, you're listening to high school football from Knights of Columbus Field on a Football Friday night on Husker Radio.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindenmeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindenmeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindenmeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs. Call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Welcome back on our Quick Stop pregame show as North Platte St. Pat's wraps up the home slate of the regular season here with Southern Valley. We'll take a look at the Eagles in just a moment. Coach Kevin Dodson, here is the Irish coming off of a loss last week to Dundee County Stratton. It was kind of a tough game in a lot of ways, and you came out with some injuries, and it was a physical game, and unfortunately didn't go your way. But, and early on, I thought there were some key moments that, Bill and I talked about it several times, that if they go a different way, this game probably plays out a little different. But obviously that's a really good Dundee team from the forefront.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty optimistic point of view there. We talked about that a lot. This is a good football team. I mean, they executed at a high level. They were physical. They had good athletes and good speed, and they just really took it to us. There wasn't a whole lot we were going to do to change the outcome of that game. Now, could we have done some things to maybe make it more competitive? I think so. I thought we did fairly well controlling the line of scrimmage offensively, but we just made too many mistakes. We'd have a false start here or there. We'd have a bobbled snap. We'd have a fumble or a mishandled ball, and then all of a sudden, instead of being at 2nd and 5 or 3rd and 5, we were now 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12, and that really takes us out of system in what we're trying to do, and that's we've talked about that. What an advantage that is when you can have 12 to 15 play drives, go down the field and score. And, it looked like a number of times we were well on our way to doing that, but then we shot ourselves in the foot.
Well, a lot of times you'll start with a 5-6 play drive, and it looks like, hey, this is going to go to 10, 11, 12 plays. And against a lesser team, you bust one. Somebody makes a mistake and it's gone. This is a team, it was going to be hard to do that. And you're capable of doing 12, 13 play drives, but they were a team that was going to make you do it 5 times, and you kind of had to be successful every time. You really, this felt like a game you had to score every possession.
Yeah, and we had to be no errors, and we knew that going in. That this is a really good football team. We're going to have to play a clean game and execute at a high level, and that just didn't happen that night. And so, like I said, I don't think that made a difference in the game. This is a good football team, and they were going to beat us. So the way they played the game that night, they sure look like a championship team to me, or a team that could certainly make a good playoff run. And in saying that, that gave us a lot of things to talk about and address with our kids. And anytime you don't learn from a loss, then you're making a grave mistake. And I think these kids understood that. We pointed some things out where we thought we could be better, what we need to do to compete with high caliber teams like that. And I think they were able to digest some of that, and hopefully we'll see that tonight.
Certainly, I mean, it's a benchmark on a really, really good team, and now you move forward. That being said, you're not real healthy, unfortunately. Obviously, it was your first game without Sutton in a full capacity, and I mean, obviously at quarterback, you miss him, but what he can do with his legs, but also defensively, I think he's quite a weapon back there. And so he's a big miss, unfortunately. But, Jackson stepped in and ran the offense well. And then, obviously, he had some other injuries in the game. Peyton goes down on the sideline. It was a physical football game.
Yeah, it sure was. Peyton got banged up a little bit. Our cameraman got banged up a little bit, and hopefully both of those guys are healing and be able to get back out on the field for us this week. But Peyton probably not so much. He's nursing that injury along, and hopefully we can get him back next week. And as I told you, Xavier Pieper got banged up yesterday in practice, and not sure on his playing status yet. And so, yeah, just across the board, we're dealing with some injuries. But that then gives other kids an opportunity to showcase what they can do. And we hope that they get in there and they take full advantage of that and execute well.
And it's your final home game here, and you're not guaranteed one in the playoffs. Obviously, you'd love to have one. I think that opportunity is still there, but for sure, your final home game, at least in the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that comes the seniors' final game at home, and so this is parents' night for them. Really want to congratulate those guys. They've been a great group. They come out, they lead with integrity, and they have fun at practice and playing the game. And I'm really proud of this group of young men. They've done an excellent job across the board.
St. Pat's gets ready for Southern Valley here on Parents' Night. We'll preview them next.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Cartwright's Barbecue is more than just great food. We're part of the North Platte community, and we're proud to stand behind our hometown teams, especially the Irish. Just like a good game, great barbecue takes patience, passions, and plenty of spirit. From brisket and pulled pork to ribs and more, we've got the flavor to keep fans fired up. Go Irish and go local with Cartwright's Barbecue, North Platte's home for real barbecue.
Have you heard the news about Dave's Place? Yes. Duh. Are you sure you've heard the news? Of course. We run the place. I know, but we need to tell everybody else. Dave's Place is open for lunch.
Brand new hours at Dave's Place. Now open at 11 a.m. for lunch. Spend your noon hour with Dave's famous wings and pizza. And maybe a cold beverage.
We won't tell your boss.
Now open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Tuesday. 11 to 11 Thursday through Saturday. And closed on Wednesdays. Mama needs a break.
Not so fast, Mom. Yeah, Mom. We're late. We need to go.
Here we go. Dave's Place, 502 East Francis in North Platte. DoorDash or carry out. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome back on our Quick Stop pregame show as St. Pat's wraps up the home slate of the regular season here on a Friday night. Another gorgeous Friday night. Southern Valley in town. First time you've gotten to play them in quite some time. I know last year it was a forfeited game. They had to forfeit the rest of their season. And actually the time before that, I don't know if you remember, they were scheduled to play you back in C2. The last scheduled time you were supposed to play Southern Valley, that was a forfeit from them as well. You played them year before that, I know, back in the Jacob Swift era, and Dolan Branch and all those guys. But it's been a while since you've seen the Eagles.
Yeah, it sure has. And I know that was unfortunate last year when they forfeited the remainder of their season. This year, that Coach Gideon, they have a new football coach, and I think just based on what I've watched on film, really trying to establish the basics of football, and they're a team that is struggling, and they're trying to bring that program back up, and I really respect that, and Coach Gideon and his staff and what they're trying to get accomplished this year.
Southern Valley comes in pretty young. I mean, there's a freshman running back, the senior quarterback. But whenever you see a freshman running back, there, and he looks to be like he's a bigger guy. They've got some decent size. That's not a problem for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's a building process, and I've been there before, right? When I got to St. Pat's, it was tough, and I think the biggest challenge that you have to do when you come into a program that's been kind of down for a few years is you have to convince those kids that they can win and they can compete. And you can see on film that that's something that they're really trying to get done. The kids are going to play hard. Like you said, it's a young group out there. And so, as on my side of things, as I told our kids, you give a team like this that's building throughout the season and they're young, you give them any chance to be confident and grow in confidence as the game goes on, you're going to be in for a battle. And so we've got to go out and get a quick start on these guys and execute at a level and get that good feeling back, that winning feeling.
Well, let's be honest. You're younger just by product of injuries. I mean, you're going to be throwing some guys out there that haven't been in roles really all year. Maybe you've got guys in the backfield that are still going to, but not the depth's not there anymore, and there's going to be some different guys starting in spots that they haven't done this year.
Yeah, and that's just part of the game, right? You work hard, and every kid on the team is working and doing their best to contribute to the team, and so an opportunity like this week where you have guys banged up gives another group of young men an opportunity to see what they can do, and we hope that they go out there and execute well and play with great effort.
good opportunity, I would assume, to lean on some seniors, guys like Mason Giebler, it's parents' night, it's senior night, and obviously Emilio Demas has played a big role for you as well. And you got to get a small group of seniors, and I know you mentioned them earlier, but being parents' night, that's a pretty fun group. It's a small but mighty group and very impactful.
Yeah, it is. And, you mentioned Emilio and Mason, and we've talked about those guys this year. Cooper Swanson's a kid that missed most of last season, and I know he's battling some injuries this year, but he's gotten better and has really been an asset for us on both sides of the ball. And Hudson's been out there. He's just a fun kid to be around. He's always got a great smile and a great attitude, and he's out there playing on both sides of the ball for us and doing a good job. And then, of course, we talked a lot about Sutton, and he unfortunately is in a limited role for us moving forward. But what a bunch of great kids! And as I said before in the broadcast, we're just really proud of them, the leadership and the work ethic they've brought. Some of them have really far exceeded my expectations. They're just getting a lot of great things from our seniors, and I really appreciate that. And of course, as well as I do, that comes from home, and the expectations at home is that they come out and they work hard and they accept the role and do what they can to make Irish football better, and that just makes it so enjoyable.
Well, an opportunity. Obviously Cooper and Hudson have played a significant amount. They're probably in much bigger roles tonight, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And in games like this, you want to lean on your guys that have the most experience, that have been in your program the longest. And that's one of the things that I've challenged these guys on is, when things do get tough, who are we following? Who's stepping up saying, follow me, and let's get going. And so hopefully tonight's the night that you see some of the leadership rise to the top.
And it is cool, at least, that you can keep Sutton kicking. Obviously, he's got an 8-man record, so he gets to continue to add to the PAT record, being a kicker. I know you'd love to have him out there in every aspect, but it's fun that he gets to kick still.
Yeah, and he's really, that's what he's zoning in on right now, and so he'll kick most of practice. And just at our pregame the last couple of weeks, he's really booming them. I'd love to give him an opportunity to try one from 55-60 because he can make it. And so hopefully here he gets that opportunity at some point in time.
All right, very good. St. Pat's Southern Valley here at home, Parents' Night. Coach, good luck.
Thanks, Tanner.
More pregame after this.
Why wait? You don't have to sit around a long time waiting to register just to have your lab work done. Whether you are at the North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center, Pathology Services has multiple drawing stations and ample personnel to draw your blood tests quickly so your time is better spent elsewhere. Simply tell your doctor you want your lab test performed at the first floor in North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center at Pathology Services.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com.
Why choose a Catholic education? A Catholic faith-based education provides students with more than just academics. It offers vision, purpose, and moral direction. I'm Gwen Covey, Enrollment Director at North Platte Catholic Schools, where our mission is to partner with parents in nurturing students both spiritually and intellectually. We offer a high-quality academic curriculum grounded in faith, designed to challenge and support each student reaching their full potential. Now is a perfect time to explore what it means to be part of our Catholic community. North Platte Catholic Schools, faith, family, future.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank. bank on us.
Welcome back on our Quick Stop pregame show here from Knights of Columbus Field. Another beautiful night for some high school football as North Platte St. Pat's welcomes the Southern Valley Eagles to town here. Irish coming in with a 4-2 record. Southern Valley 0-6 on the season. We'll get into the Eagles in just a moment. Irish coming off of their second loss of the year. Opened the year with a loss to Bridgeport, then won 4 straight in pretty convincing fashion. Going into Dundee County Stratton, knew that was going to be a tough matchup, and boy, did it end up being one. 47-14. It was about a perfect game from Dundee County Stratton. They scored on their first 7 drives of the ball game. They didn't turn the ball over, had some penalties, and that's about the only negative you could take away from DCS. It looked like a team that was ready to play by the end of this season in Class D1 at Memorial Stadium. Irish got down 8-0 within 2 minutes. They had a 9-play drive on their first drive, but stalled out. And Dundee County Stratton took over. 7 plays later, made it 16-0 just late in the first quarter. Then the Irish threw their first INT of the year. Tigers went up 1 play later, up 24-0. St. Pat's did respond with a 15-play, 65-yard drive. Jackson Braithwaite had a sneak to make it 24-6, but Tigers scored again before half. And again, route was on for the Tigers, who played really, really well. And Irish, didn't particularly play that great, although it was going to take a near perfect game. 2 interceptions, first ones of the year, and really this was against a team that you really couldn't afford to not score on every drive and or create some turnovers, create some drives that the Tigers didn't score on, because that's an offense that is going to score most of the time. And the Irish were unfortunately not able to do either of those. And, so there's some early mistakes in that ball game. But you heard Coach say that was a pretty optimistic take on it, that that game may not have, even if we played perfect, we still might not have won that game. Tigers did play really, really well. But that being said, that's a really good Tigers team. I think you could safely say they're one of the top 3 teams in D1, maybe even the best. They're number 1 in power points. They've got that going for them already. And they're likely going to be undefeated going into the postseason. If they stay healthy, I think that's a team that can be in Lincoln for sure in the title. Irish didn't have Sutton Tickle for the first time. Jackson Braithwaite handled the offense for most of the part all right, or second game, I should say. Threw a couple tough INTs. Turnovers continue to be an issue for this team, but Coach Bill O'Malley, we welcome you into the broadcast. First off, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening to you.
I thought you were done eating. I apologize. I put you on spot here with food.
That won't stop me.
That won't stop you. But it's tough to gauge a whole lot from that game, because I think these two teams going into that game, at least with what St. Pat's had healthy, they were on different levels.
I think that's true, and I mean, I guess you go into it and we were all optimistic. I mean, we looked at a year ago's game with DCS and felt like there were some opportunities left out there a year ago. And there were some similarities in terms of the Irish ability to possess the ball. But a year ago, the Irish were able to score a few more times. And this time, as you said, it was going to have to be a deal, I think, where you just had to keep pace with the scoring. Couldn't afford errors. Had to pretty much score on every drive, because defensively is really a task getting that bunch stopped. They're varied and they're fast, and they just have a lot of assets.
Yeah, Ethan Latta had a field day, and thankfully the Irish won't have to see him again, at least on the football field, unless it's in the playoffs for the rest. To make matters worse, didn't come out of it healthy at all. If you can look on the far sideline, you can actually see a couple starters, two-way starters, that are not suited tonight. In fact, got the rough news that Xavier Pieper did have a torn ACL and MCL. He is out for the year, and certainly hate that for the junior, who's kind of been banged up with an injury. It got worse after the practice on Wednesday. They had it tested today, and yeah, it's a torn ACL and MCL, and that unfortunately also takes him out for wrestling, which is a big bummer, because he's a really good wrestler, going to have a great junior year. That's a big loss. And of course, Peyton Kramer, he is on the sideline. He's got a brace on his right knee as well. He had a collision on the sideline, and so he's going to be out. I think he's a guy that maybe they feel like they can get back next week. Sutton Tickle, of course, not going to play quarterback or defense for the rest of the year. And so it's a banged-up team right now, and that backfield's getting a little less deep.
Absolutely. I think that's something going into the season. We felt like, boy, we got a real stable of guys back there that are very capable, and now you just start kind of picking them off one by one, and you're not again, as you just said, you're not as deep as maybe you thought you were.
Southern Valley, the opponent tonight. Coy Gideon's in his first year. You'd recognize the last name at least.
I would think Burwell.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Burwell. I think there was a Gideon when you played him at the state tournament a couple times in basketball. 0-6, but he takes over this program, trying to establish his own culture. This is a program that had to forfeit their last 3 games of last year and went 0-8. They're trying to establish something. They're coming off a loss to Highline 42-6. You know, you look at who they've lost to. They lost to 2-4 Franklin to open the year by 26. Their closest game was actually with Arcadia Loop City, who's a 5-1 team by just 10 points. They lost 70-28 to Sutton, 50-26 to Arapahoe, and then blowouts to Alma and Highline. But they were scoring early on in the year. 34, 38, 28, 26. That's gone down, unfortunately, for them. 14-6 over the last 2 weeks. You wonder, the offense has sputtered the last 2 weeks, so maybe tougher teams, I don't know. But nevertheless, I would actually argue that the front half of the schedule is probably a little bit tougher than what they saw in the second half so far, at least. But 25 on the roster. It's a pretty young group, 9 freshmen. You're going to see some play today as well. 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores will start. So they're trying to establish that culture with youth and look to the future. Not small. They've got some size on the lines. 200, 250 is what their lines will run by. And Coach Gideon said in the preseason interview, he wanted to run smash mouth football, and which I think is probably the right thing for a young group and a program trying to start over, is run the ball, and you've seen that. Hunter Lands is the freshman who's going to do a lot of that. He's got 600 rush yards. He's only a freshman, but going to be a pretty good one at 5'11", 165. Their quarterback's Preston Howard. He's a 5'10", 180-pound senior, thrown for 331 yards and 3 touchdowns. Those two do a lot of it. Hayden Lands is a junior. He is the fullback in this roster, and he's had a good year running the ball at about 200 yards. Those 3 will be the biggest ones. The biggest key, which has probably been the key for, I think I mentioned this for the last 2 games that I think St. Pat's had an advantage, was Alma and Highline. Can they slow down the Irish attack? Because they've given up some rushing yards, 275 yards per game defensively. That'll be the big key for Southern Valley today. Southern Valley will wrap up the road schedule, the regular season schedule, I should say. Credit to Southern Valley at 0-6 for playing through this season, because they finished with St. Pat's and DCS. Such a brutal end to the schedule. I mean, they didn't get any favors in the scheduling at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you know, with the climate of high school athletics in this day and age, that doesn't always happen. So, again, kudos to them.
Irish, of course, will go to Arapahoe next week to wrap up the regular season. St. Pat's sitting right now, number 20 in the D1 power points. These 2 games, I don't know if it will improve them, but it would ensure them getting into the postseason with some wins here today. We'll see what happens. We got the Irish and the Eagles coming up in just a moment. We'll take a final time out. We wrap up our Quick Stop pregame show here on Husker Radio's KODY. Come back with kickoff next.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop The Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday, Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing in all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop The Bargain Bin today.
6:59 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays, where all in-shop services are half price at CT Computer Services. Technology solved. Our Quick Stop pregame show in the books. St. Pat's and Southern Valley due up here in just about a minute. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley, Ryan O'Neill video producing here today. For the first time, we're breaking in a new one here, Coach.
He's a good one. He's very responsible. I know something about that.
Well, as long as we don't get the Quick Stop logo flashed on the screen a little too often, we see if he tries to sneak that in. I think he's going to do just fine for us. St. Pat's is in the green uniforms today. White numerals, gold pants, gold helmets. They'll be kicking off right to left on your radio dial. Southern Valley in the away whites here. They've got a purple theme. It might be some purple trim down there. It's hard to tell from up here. Might be purple numerals here, but you see a lot of the helmets look a little different on some of them. A lot of Guardian caps. These are caps. You see them in the NFL a little bit. You see them at the college level a little bit. I know Kimball had a player that wore one. There's several, though. I mean, they're probably half of the roster, if not more, wear them. They are, the idea, I think, is to reduce the risk of concussion. So that's what, if you see an all-black helmet, that's what those are.
Yeah, padding on the outside. The physics just says that spreads the impact over a little bit more time, another fraction of a second, and of course that reduces that impact.
Sutton Tinkle will kick off 22 of 26 this year on touchbacks, so this is his job here this season, is now kicking for the rest of the year. Number 7 approaches it, and we are underway. He falls down as he kicks it, but it's still going to drive through the back of the end zone. Boy, one thing you don't want if you're him is you don't want him having to take a hit. But he was able to get that through the back of the end zone, and now we've got Southern Valley Eagle down on the opening play holding his knee. And, boy, that's not exactly the start the Southern Valley Eagles won. They are already shorthanded several players. I mean, you see on the sideline probably 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or so that are not suited up today. And so the Eagles without obviously one of the upbacks here, or one of the front men here must have taken a hit there as he was looking to provide a block for the Eagles, and so he's down getting looked at. We're not having rolled a second off, and we've got an injury, which is, this field is, boy, the last 2 weeks now have been tough to see. A lot of injuries.
That's right. Just going back and looking at the replay on Huddle here, it looked like he was kind of trying to make an angle block, and when there was contact, he just kind of crumpled. You couldn't really tell. It didn't look that unusual, but he just went right to the ground.
Irish know a thing about this. They have, I mean, you had a point where Peyton Kramer went out. He's still out. Xavier Pieper's on crutches. He's out. You had Ben Heirigs banged up at one point last week. Sutton Tickle's already out. I mean, that's half of your starting lineup from the beginning of the season. So Ben is good to go here today. And obviously Sutton going to be doing kicking duties. So we got a little injury pause here to get this one underway. From Knights at Columbus Field, it's a Southern Valley offense. It's averaging 24 points per game, 301 yards per game under Coach Coy Gideon, who is trying to put his stamp on this Eagle program here. He's a young guy, 2018 grad of Burwell, actually. So that probably was just a few years before. I don't know if you ever saw Burwell during those years.
Well, but they had quite a run, and from the time they went to 8-man football.
Sure, yeah.
Until a couple years ago, they were just year in and year out, had tremendous teams. I don't know that frankly, I do remember they played Dundee County in a state championship
You're
game.
right.
I think that's who Dundee County Stratton beat. And you'd have to help me with the year on that. I don't remember, but maybe 5 years ago
Was that a COVID year? Was that 2020 when they played on site, or 2021 maybe?
I think that game was played in Burwell.
I think it was played in Burwell. You're right.
I believe that's true.
All right, they've got the injured player, and he's coming off with a lot of help. That's Alexander Smith, who's a 5'10", 170-pound freshman. So, again, I always mark off the players that are not suited, and there's going to be, one less for the Eagles on the sideline here. He comes off. So out comes the Southern Valley offense. I'll work left to right on your radio dial to get this one underway. Not the way we want to start a game here, but our bestest young man on the sidelines. Here's quarterback Preston Howard. He's a senior quarterback in the gun. He's got a man on his left hip. He'll hand it off the near side. That's Lands. That's one of the 2 Lands on the roster. He'll run left and get maybe a yard brought down. That's Hayden Lands, the junior. His 32nd carry. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry. That time got 1 brought down on a gain of 1. And 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Eagles now.
Tucker Kemp in there on the bottom of that, I think, from the defensive end spot. Really a nice aggressive play by Tucker.
2nd down and 9, ball on the right hash. They'll work left to right. So Hayden Lands gets the start. You'll see a lot of Hunter Lands. He's split out to the near side. Howitt in the gun on 2nd and 9. On the near hash. Snap back pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Airs it up. He's got a man open, though. It's caught at the 35 up to midfield. Wide open was Avery Thiessen, the sophomore, who's the main target. And obviously a broken play here for North Platte St. Pat's. Defensively, they take it out to the 38-yard line. It's a 1st down.
It almost felt like he must have known that they weren't going to have that guy matched up, because he just hit his back foot almost like a screen and just let it fly. Put plenty of air under it. If there'd been any Irish defender there, you had a chance for a pick, but they evidently had scouted that and knew that would be there.
It's a 26-yard completion. Now it's straight up I formation, and there's the freshman back. That's Hunter Lands getting the carry, and he gets nothing. He is the main guy, 600 yards almost on the season so far. That time got nothing. 2nd out and 10.
Yeah, that's a pretty good-looking freshman there, and they've got, as you said, a number of freshmen that are contributing.
He's 5'11", 165, so a very good target in the backfield. But Avery Thiessen's been the main guy, 6 catches. He's averaging 26 yards per catch. Guess what he got on that one? 26. This is 2nd down and 10 for the...
I can even figure that out.
You can figure that. It doesn't change. 3 wide to the far side here. They'll send Lands back into the backfield. That's Hunter. They'll fake the handoff to him, and we're going to get a flag fly before this play can happen. It's a false start on Southern Valley. That'll back him up 5 yards.
I'm not for sure. Maybe somebody started toward the line of scrimmage. I couldn't tell exactly, but the official on the far side was all over it. So
they'll back him up 5 yards. There, you're right. I don't need either. 2nd down and 15. Backs him up to the 37-yard line here. Southern Valley completing a 26-yard completion. They've got 2nd down and 15. Working left to right. They're back on their side of the field now at their own 37-yard line here. And it will be 1st down and 10 here for the Eagle offense. In the gun. Wing back right, wide out right, back to throw. Pressure starting to come, throws out to the flat, wide open, caught, tiptoed out of bounds is Hayden Lands. He'll be at the 37-yard line. Hunter Eads ushered him out, but he gets 6 yards, sets up 3rd down and 9 on the completion.
Yeah, and I think if he'd had a little better idea where he was there on the sideline, I think he could have planted his foot and gotten another 6 or 8 yards, but I think he kind of lost track of where he was, just turned to the outside and stepped on the boundary line.
That's his 5th catch on the season. 3rd down and 9 now coming up for the Eagle offense in the white uniforms. We're nearly 2 minutes into this ball game. 10-12. Opening drive. Twins to the near side on the short side of the field for the quarterback, Preston Howitt. He'll receive the snap on 3rd and 9. This time has time. Throws out into their flat. Caught. Wide open. Hunter Lands 1st down inside the 25. And boy, Brecken Collins brings him down, but another big gainer all the way from the 37-yard line to the 21. And now we also have Cooper Swanson coming up a little bit injured here for North Platte St. Pat's. That's a 1st down, 16 yards. And Preston Howitt 3 for 3 to start this game.
Yeah, they actually had those twins on the near side were off the line of scrimmage, so the tight end was still in play, and those guys kind of ran crosses, and he came out underneath to the sideline and just didn't have anybody with him.
They'll use Hunter Lands a lot. That's his 11th grab of the year, team leading. 1st down to the Irish 21-yard line here. 10:06 to go. Middle back in motion on the eye. They'll pitch it this way. It's Hunter Lands to the 20. Bear hug thrown down right there. A gain of 1. Brecken Collins in on the stop along as they umpire. I think Cooper Swanson was one of those guys. Yeah. Cooper's in an elevated role. I think you could also say that Hudson Deeds is in an elevated role. Tucker Kemp is getting the start on the far side in place of Peyton Kramer, joined on that D-line by Lane Sitta right now. And the other defensive lineman I can't check, Emilio Demas, who will be our halftime interview. In that linebacking core is Deeds and Collins and Giebler and Ben Heirigs in that secondary. Southern Valley move the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. They're down to the Irish 20, 2.5 minutes in, 2nd down and 9. Howard under center, I formation, gives it to his fullback up the middle. That's Hayden Lands. He'll fall forward to the 19, maybe 18-yard line. Get 2. There was some room there for number 20.
Really good fill there by Brecken Collins. You're right, that looked like it was going to be a bigger play, but Brecken really came in there strong with a good low tackle.
Now 3rd down and 7. First 3rd down here for Southern Valley on their opening drive. 8th play, and Eagles got to be thrilled with the way this game has started here so far.
Yeah, they're doing some good things here, and they've found some route combinations, and with that overloaded side where they've been able to get an uncovered receiver there.
Got to imagine going back through the air. Howitt 3 for 3 so far. He'll split Lands out to the near side. That's Hunter, the freshman, in the gun with a wing right here. Is Howitt, 3rd down and 8. He's back to throw with time. Throws it near sideline again. Same play. This time incomplete. Big stick by Brecken Collins on Hayden Lands, who dropped it. He would have been shy of the first down by about 4 yards, but it would have made it 4th down and 4. Instead, it's 4th down and 7. That was a big hit from Collins.
That was very close to a catch and fumble, I think, which wouldn't have mattered to them because it went out of bounds anyway, but he nearly had that thing secured, I think.
So now 4th down and 7, going for it. Twins to the near side. They're at the Irish 18-yard line. 8:32 to go in the opening drive. Southern Valley directing is Howitt. He's got Thiessen split out to the near side along with Lands. Snap back to him. He's got all day. Throws near sideline. It's caught by Hunter Lands. Tackled right away at the 12. Another nice play, and Brecken Collins made a lot of those, and I believe he's going to be a half yard shy of the first down marker, and it should be Irish taking it over, a turnover on downs.
That was the same route combination that they had earlier. He's lined up at the tight end, just runs a little delayed out, and Cooper Swanson held him up. I think if he doesn't hold him up at the line of scrimmage, they get the first down pretty easily.
So a good drive here for Southern Valley. Stalls out 9-play drive, but it stops at the Irish 12-yard line, and St. Pat's takes over, 1st down and 10. There's Southern Valley. You got to feel okay with that start, but could not convert, and now the Irish take over. Jackson Braithwaite making his 3rd start from his 12-yard line with split back behind him, working right to left on your radio dial. They'll run veer right. It's a keeper to the fullback. That's Brecken Collins getting the carry, and 46 totes the rock all the way to the 20, dragging defenders, and a solid gain of 8 for Brecken Collins. And you'd like to see him take advantage of this role now at full-time fullback. He's more than capable. He had a really good game last week against Dundee County Stratton. He was the bright spot, 8 carries, 64 yards, a career high. Picks up 8, 2nd down and 2. Spencer Mostek, the center, to his junior quarterback, Jackson Braithwaite. It goes back to the I formation on 2nd down and 2, working right to left. 7:50 opening quarter. Handoff left side. Mason Giebler, first down run across the 25 to the 26-yard line. He'll pick up 6 yards, and the Irish move the chains.
Pretty well blocked there. And Brecken Collins had a good kick-out block, but I think Mason couldn't get to that outside alley. He got cut off and had to cut it up, and smartly got the first down.
Mason nearing 500 yards on his senior campaign, picking up the first down on a gain of 6 out to his own 26-yard lines. 3rd play of the drive, 7.5 opening quarter. We're scoreless between the Irish and the Eagles. Turning and giving Braithwaite play action. He's got Cooper Swanson wide open if he can get it to him. Airs it up deep. He throws it in front of him, incomplete. Braithwaite kind of had to step up into the pocket. If he's able to just turn and throw that right away, he had Swanson open at the 35. He was still open, but he let him just a little bit. Falls incomplete.
Yeah, 2 things there. He had to kind of sidestep to avoid the rush, and I think he lost his footing just a little bit there as well.
Offensive line, mentioned Mostek at center. And on the left side of that offensive line is Weston Hammond, Emilio Demas, the senior. On the right side, Cooper Swanson, Tucker Kemp, your tight ends. In the backfield, Brecken Collins and Mason Giebler on 2nd down and 10. From their own 26-yard line on the near hash, give it. Giebler left side to the 30, to the sideline. There he goes. Number 2, down the sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Mason Giebler, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, really good job. Well blocked. Got kind of inside and then back outside to the sideline, and you can say pretty early in the goings on there, if he gets in the open field, it's going to be hard to catch him.
It's a 54-yard touchdown run by Mason Giebler here, and St. Pat's grabs the 6-0 lead over the Southern Valley Eagles here as Irish strike first on a Giebler run. And good for number 2 to get that one done. And Sutton Tickle will now try to add the extra point for the Irish here, who has had a great year on PAT. 7:11 to go in the opening quarter. Snap back, hold down, kick is end over end. It is up and through. And the Irish strike first. They lead Southern Valley 7-0. We'll take a timeout. We're back after this on Husker Radio.
Putting your family first.
Are you looking for the right dentist for you and your family? Phelps Family Dentistry has you covered. Dr. Lene Phelps and Dr. Kelly Hansen will make sure your family has the healthiest smile. Whether it's dental cleanings, fillings, same-day crowns, or total smile makeovers. Call our office at 534-4040 or visit us at phelpsdds.com to schedule your family's next dental appointment. And go Irish!
Looking for the perfect spot to watch the big game? Head to McCabe's Pub and Lounge. Catch every play, every highlight, every moment of your hometown team on the big screens, surrounded by fans who love the game as much as you do. Bring your friends, grab a bite, and enjoy the action in a place where the community comes together. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, your home for the hometown team.
Our scoreboard today brought to you by the Justin Thompson Agency. For all your insurance needs, call Justin at 534-2400. Visit him online at jthompsoninsurance.com or stop by his office, 501 South Dewey Street in North Platte. St. Pat's caps off a 4-play, 68-yard drive with a touchdown run by Mason Giebler, and a good start for the green and gold. Leading 7-0 here. Extra point good by Tickle. He'll now kick off for the Irish right to left.
Hunter Lands really well blocked that entire series. And especially on the touchdown run.
Giebler again, a 54-yard run, high end-over-end kick that is not returnable for Hunter Lands. And Southern Valley will start at their own 15 with 7:11 to go here in the opening quarter. A promising drive for the Eagles to start this game, no doubt. Went 9 plays, took it all the way down to the Irish 12, but stalled out on a turnover on down. See if the Irish can regroup defensively.
I'd be surprised, Tanner, if they don't continue to go to that Twins receiver side, the tight end on that Twins receiver side, just run a little out.
Ball on the left side, left 15-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Back to I formation. This is that smash mouth football Coach Gideon wants. They hand it off near side, and this time a tackle for loss. Shooting through is the linebacker Brecken Collins, and number 46 having a day already defensively. That's probably his 4th or 5th tackle, his first for loss, and on the season is 8.5. He's got on the season for a loss of 2.
Very quick to the ball. Brecken takes straight lines to wherever he's going, and he got in there very quickly that time.
6:46 to go in our opening quarter. St. Pat's grabbing the early lead, 7-0. Southern Valley going backwards on that play. Hey, if you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000. Fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proudly serves the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. What'd you do to get the...
some real magic there.
We've got a strobe light light in here that's, well, it's not supposed to be strobe light. Snap back on 2nd down and 12. Blitz coming. He throws it up. He's got Thiessen open again, who hauls it in at the 38-yard line. Sandwich between Deeds and Hyrigs, and Thiessen hauls in a long one. It's first down after the 38.
I think if he gets that ball down a little bit, the Irish might have had a hard time catching up, because he had a lot of room and then had to hold up just a little bit as the ball was thrown very high. Very catchable ball there, but he did have to slow down just a bit, and that allowed the Irish defense to recover.
Thiessen's second grab for 51 yards. Howitt through the air, 5 of 6, 79 yards to start this game. And they've been wide open. And the Eagles move it out to their own 38-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. In the gun, handoff. Lands near side's got some room. Across the 40. He'll take it down to the Irish 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Best carry for Hunter Lands on the ground. He's on the positive side now. 2nd down and 6.
Riker Adkins is getting some early action here with the lineup being a little bit thinned out. He's done a good job. And did a good job of chasing that ball from behind. He didn't get all the way there, but he chased it all the way across the field.
Him and Tucker Camp exchanging spots right now. 2nd down and 6. Eagles again in St. Pat's territory. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. They've moved the ball through the air extremely effectively. Only 5 rushing yards, but 79 through the air. Wing right. Land split out to the near side on 2nd and 6. Snap back to Howitt. He's got time. He'll throw near sideline again. Irish read that one well. And tackle. Hayden Lands out of bounds. Brecken Collins with a big stick. It's a gain of maybe 2. Sets up 3rd down and 4 at the 36-yard line. But you can tell Brecken was ready for that one.
Yeah, good job by him. And Thiessen was running up the middle of the field again that time. But Hudson was right with him and was actually pretty physical with him down the field. He'll have to be careful about that.
3rd down and 4 upcoming here for the Eagles. Still in a good spot to pick up a first down, though, with only 4 to gain at the Irish 36-yard line. St. Pat's 7-0, 4:30 opening quarter. Eagles' second drive. Twins to the near side. And lands out there. They'll back to throw is Howard with all day. Steps up the run. Got a first down on the far side if he can get it. Cuts through the middle to the 30, to the 25, lowers his shoulder and takes it to the 24-yard line. First down run at 12 yards for the quarterback, Preston Howard, and it's a first down Eagles.
That time, the Irish's defensive end on the near side actually stayed with the tight end the entire time. They were looking for the same play that we anticipated him running, but the Irish really sold out on the near side to stop that, and it left a gap on the other side, and the quarterback was able to make the nice play there.
Howard's rushed for now 500 yards on the year. He's also got 10 rushing touchdowns, so he's more than capable of doing that. First time we've seen him do it. Sixth play of the drive. They moved it down to the Irish 24-yard line. Eagles first down here. Pistol set with the back behind Howard, and he'll give it. Lands off the left side. That's the freshman to the outside. He gets tackled again. Guess who? Boy, they're making the play. That was Mason Giebler, on the tackle. As it's a gain of 1. Nice stick there on Lands. Sets up second down and 9.
That was a great close by Mason Giebler because the Irish contained man on the far side got hooked there, and it looked like there was a lot of room, and Mason really used his speed and came up quickly and made it a very limited gain.
Lands can be a workhorse. He had 32 carries and 180 yards against Arcadia Loop City, who you could argue was maybe one of the better teams they've played. They only lost by 10 to them. That was back in game 2. It has been not quite as effective the last several games on the ground for him. Second down and 9 from the Irish 23-yard line. Under 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. Ball control has been mainly Southern Valley. Back to throw, pressure coming. Preston Howard leaks out right side, gets away though. He'll take off and run. Hudson Deed's going to usher him to the ground at the 16, but it's a good positive game. Sets up third and manageable for the Eagles. Howard had pressure. Irish couldn't quite get to number 4, and he makes pretty good gain, about 5-6 yards. Third down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, Tucker Kemp really gave chase there, but just wasn't able to catch him. Flushed him out of the pocket, and then was it Hudson that caught up with him on the near side?
It was. So third down and 3 for the Eagle offense from the Irish 17-yard line. Their opening drive got all the way down to the 12. This one, very effective again. 8th play of the drive. They're in the exact same spot they were, although a better third down opportunity here. I formation here, see if the Irish come after them. 3 down linemen for St. Pat's. They've got the 5 lined up right behind them, all in almost linebacker spot. Hard count, no jump. Howard holding. Coach Gideon going to take his first time out with 1:57 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take it, too. It's brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family. Back after this on Husker Radio.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Just like the athletes on the field quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed when the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down. Call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling in North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling in North Platte, 534-5848. Out of the timeout, third down and 4. Lands gets a carry and a shooting. Brecken Collins makes the stop again. It'll be 4th down and 3, no gain.
Just sawed him down right at the hip. That was a really good, solid tackle.
Boy, 46 might get player of the game honors just because of his defensive role in the first quarter so far. Huge 4th down and 3 from the Irish 17-yard line for the Eagle offense here.
I can't imagine that they're running the ball. They've just had, the scramble. They had some success on the scramble, but just scrimmage runs, not much going on.
Irish will try to wall off this Eagle offense on their second drive. This is the 9th play. First one stalled out on 9 plays at the 12-yard line. This one needs the 14 in St. Pat's territory to pick up the first. Wing left into the backfield is Howard in the gun. On 4th down and 3, receives a snap, throws it over the middle. He's got a wide open target. Thiessen hauls it in. Touchdown Eagles. And the Irish once again get burned right down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Southern Valley. And that is a 16-yard touchdown pass from Preston Howitt to Avery Thiessen. The sophomore hauls in his second touchdown of the year.
I was watching the top side. It looked like that the Irish had the guys on the top side pretty well covered, but Thiessen just came completely wide open right up the middle.
And what a start for Preston Howitt through the air. 7 of 8, 98 yards, and now a touchdown pass. Thiessen hauls in his third. This has been the most effective passing offense the Irish have seen all year so far. They're going for 2. In the gun is Howitt with a wing right this time. Just a flip formation from what that one just scored. Back to throw, rolling right, pressure coming, throws it sideline. Caught and hauled in, and Southern Valley's got the lead. What a catch by Jacob Rice on the near corner. Tremendous catch, and the Eagles on the road have an 8-7 lead with a 1:06 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a timeout, and Irish get the ball back right after this. You're listening to High School Football on Husker Radio.
This is Marty Trashinsky. I'm proud to help sponsor another year of sports for our St. Pat's Irish teams. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, I'd be glad to help you out. I've been handling civil lawsuits, criminal cases, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Like our Irish teams, I know how to win. Call me at 534-4837 or visit my website at troshlaw.com. Experience you need, results you want, and let's go Irish.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Are you in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HD Management in North Platte. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management in North Platte. That's HD Management, your professionals in ag real estate. We have 1:06 to go in our opening quarter, and Southern Valley's grabbed the 8-6 lead. And a kickoff here, short kick. It's going to be caught by over the shoulder Ben Hankla's got it at the 25 to the 30. Hankla then on the Jets, and he's gone. Ben Hankla's going to put it right into the end zone on a kickoff return. Willie Mays style catch. And Ben Hankla style run for about 65 yards for a kickoff return. Well, how about that?
That was an amazing run. It was a good catch, like you said, and then just one little kind of a, hesitation and popped the other way and made a great run.
I had a feeling if they kicked off to St. Pat's, I thought this might be an opportunity where the Irish can kind of throw a quick punch back, and just maybe the way he caught that, it may be a little hesitation from Southern Valley on their kickoff coverage, and maybe didn't think the up back would have the speed that Ben Hankla does. And with 56 seconds to go, extra point pending, it is up and through. And St. Pat's, well, not long later, grabs the lead, 14-8. A 65-yard kickoff return by Ben Hankla. Irish lead 14-8. Under a minute to go in the first.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindenmeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindenmeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindenmeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Second kickoff return on the season for North Platte St. Pat's in a different formation. Up back catches it. Ben Hankla houses at 65 yards. Irish regain the lead, 14-8.
I'll be curious to see. I know, I'm sure Coach A's anxious to maybe get to half and be able to make the adjustments that they need in their pass coverage. They've been a little bit out of rhythm there. But we might even see Ben Hankla out there. I think he ran him out there last week against some of those faster DCS receivers.
14-8 St. Pat's on these third special teams touchdown of the season here. They lead 14-8 with 56 seconds to go as Sutton Tickle drives it through the back of the end zone. Another touchback. Eagles out to their own 15. So 2 9-play drives for the Eagles. 1 scoring, 1 turning over on downs. Both moving the ball, though, pretty deep. Irish got to regroup. Preston Howard has been extremely effective. 7 of 8. And you're right, Ben Hankla in that safety position. He's back there. Riker Atkins, Weston Hammond, and Tucker Kemp on that D-line here. As Deeds and Collins in that linebacking core. As under center, this is split back behind Howard. He'll give it left side to Hunter Lands. Freshman off the left side, can't get much. Back to the line of scrimmage is all. Great play on that far side by
Hunter Lands, met behind the line of
was that
scrimmage,
actually that was Spencer Mostek there at linebacking. Yeah, I thought it was Deeds, but it was Mostek. He on that inside linebacker spot, and he made a nice stop. No gain.
Yeah, and the Irish have just gone to a different alignment. They're 3-4 now. They get 3 down linemen with just a single defensive tackle and Hans Kane, and then Kemp, and I can't see who's the other defensive end. But then they're 2 corners and 2 linebackers and a safety.
Final play maybe of this first quarter, barring an incompletion. Rice put out to the near side, Lands to the far side. And or it might be Thiessen out to the far side. Back to throw is Howitt. Screen pass. He's got pressure in his face. He'll complete it to Hunter Lands. He's got room to run across the 20. Slips a tackle 25 to the 30. Lands still running to the 35. Finally brought down to the 39-yard line. Another big completion. And with 1.9 seconds to go, that's another 24-yard completion. And boy, Southern Valley has been at their own 15 now 3 times, and they've completed a pass to the Irish 38-yard line or to their own 38-yard line in almost similar depth there 3 times, and that will run the clock and run out the first quarter. But boy, what an effective one for the Southern Valley pass game so far. They trail 14-8 at the end of 1. We go to the second next. You're listening to high school football here from Knights of Columbus Field. Back after this.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs. Call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
Bear Wireless in North Platte is your home for cell phone and internet needs, providing consistent, clear connections across Nebraska, including in rural areas. They're also the provider for our connections today to make our broadcast possible. Check them out, 1302 South Chestnut, North Platte. Here's Hunter Lands right side, no gain. In fact, a loss of 1. Riker Atkins and Tucker Kemp make the stop. The defensive ends make the play, and I got to give it to Southern Valley. They're sticking with the ground game. It's not been effective. 8 carries, 3 yards for Lands. I mean, just nothing doing. In fact, he lost 2 there. It's going to be second down and 12, but it seems like the further back they go on the ground game, they're able to get more passing yards then.
No, there has been something to that, but I think part of it is the Irish have changed their alignment. They don't have as many guys close to the line of scrimmage, and so I'm sure Coach Gideon thinks we ought to be able to get a little something going with the run game. Maybe with not that many guys that close to the line of scrimmage, more straight ahead rather than the counter action.
Second down and 12, back of their own 36 now. 11-12 second quarter, trailing 14-8. Under center, Howitt. Play action, back to throw. Pressure coming, flushed out right. Gets away from that. He'll air it up. He's got Lands open again at the 30. Hauls it in. No, he dropped it. Incomplete. I take that back. First time they have not connected. That was in his paws, and he dropped it.
Yeah, that was a can of corn, as they say. He just wasn't able to secure it. Might have been ready to turn upfield. He had some room to run if he's able to secure it.
Howitt, 8 of 10 now for 121 yards. This is an offense, 57 pass yards a game.
Yeah, amazing.
And Howitt, his career high is 129 yards against Arapahoe. And he's 8 yards away from that early in the second quarter. Not even a minute gone in it. Third down and 12, though, now. Let's put Rice out to the far side. In the gun, 1 to the near side as well. Back on his left hip from the near hash, from his own 36-yard line. Howitt receives it, fakes a handoff, steps up into the pocket, looks to run, spins out of one spin, can't get out of another one. Irish then come after him. Tucker can't be able to get the sack, though, back at the 32-yard line. First time the Irish have been able to get to number 4.
That was a good job of persisting there by the front guys of the Irish, and he got down just in time because Bracken Collins was really coming.
He was a heat-seeking missile, ready to just finish him off. He was kind of getting ankle tackled, and 46 saw an opportunity to lay the woodshed down. He soared right over Howitt as he got down in time.
That's right.
So now 4th down and 16 and a punt situation likely here for Coach Gideon. Well, Irish don't have anybody back at this point. They're waiting to see. And it will be Thiessen back there. He is the punter for Southern Valley. Now Giebler maybe coming back late. He will back up, try to receive this punt. Thiessen on the year, 27-yard average, got along a 50, and we're going to get a timeout taken here. No, we're going to have a flag, delay a game on the Eagles. And so second penalty backs him up inside their own 30 here. Our clock at 10:05, second quarter. St. Pat's 14-8 over the Southern Valley Eagles here. See if Mason Giebler can get an opportunity to return. He's been effective in the punt return game, got a touchdown this year. Irish might try to come after this one here. They're lining 7 up on the line. Hankla now backing up late. Overhead. Back is Thiessen to his own 5-yard line. Thiessen scrambling near side. He'll go down. Ben Hyrigs makes the play on the Thiessen. It was a high snap, and the Irish take over the 7-yard line.
Yeah, that's really a killer if you're an Eagle fan. You've done so many things. Done so many things well here through this first part of the game, and now, it's turned, they forced a punt, and then turnover, botched snap, and now they're ready to punch one in and maybe go up 2 scores.
It's about a 20-yard loss. Irish take over at the 7-yard line. Thiessen did his best to hustle and get on the ball. He did his hardest to try to get around the outside, but could not. And now Braithwaite takes over quarterbacking duties from the 7-yard line. Hyrigs the deep back. He'll get his first carry out right up the middle, and Ben makes a play on defense, and he makes a play on offense. Hyrigs rushes in his 8th touchdown of the year.
Yeah, and really good job of the Irish taking advantage there. They make a play on the botch snap, and then right away get back after them and run it straight at them and get it scored.
So the special teams making plays here for St. Pat's, although it was a bit of a gift from Southern Valley with a high snap. Now the PAT from Sutton Tickle. Score sits at 20-8 Irish, and Tickle will try to add on one more to make it 21-8 with 9:56 to go here in our second quarter. And we have a jump on the left side of that offensive line for North Platte St. Pat's. That should back them up 5 yards on their first penalty of the game.
Yeah, that's a little frustrating, I'm sure, for Coach Braithwaite. I don't think the 5 yards is a huge deal for Sutton, but you don't like to see those kind of errors.
Well, I know Coach was telling me, Coach Johnson was saying, if there's an opportunity for Sutton to kick a long field goal at any point in the next 2 games, we're going to give it to him. They'd like to see what his leg can do maybe at the end of a quarter. They're going to go for 2. They're faking it. Braithwaite rolling right, looking to throw. He's got pressure. He's going to get brought down by his face mask.
Oh, boy.
And no penalty. Wow, boy looked like he just grabbed his face mask to pull him closer and then just kind of laid him down with his face mask.
And I'm not sure that he didn't have under his helmet, but it doesn't really matter. You can't tackle by the helmet at all.
My goodness, and the official was right there unless we just saw it wrong. Either way, 2-point no good, and it'll remain 20-8. 9:56 to go in the second quarter. Take a timeout. Back after this.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams and Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Cartwright's Barbecue is more than just great food. We're part of the North Platte community, and we're proud to stand behind our hometown teams, especially the Irish. Just like a good game, great barbecue takes patience, passions, and plenty of spirit. From brisket and pulled pork to ribs and more, we've got the flavor to keep fans fired up. Go Irish and go local with Cartwright's Barbecue, North Platte's home for real barbecue.
Have you heard the news about Dave's Place? Yes, duh. Are you sure you've heard the news? Of course. We run the place. I know, but we need to tell everybody else. Dave's Place is open for lunch.
Brand new hours at Dave's Place. Now open at 11 a.m. for lunch. Spend your noon hour with Dave's famous wings and pizza, and maybe a cold beverage.
We won't tell your boss.
Now open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Tuesday, 11 to 11 Thursday through Saturday, and closed on Wednesdays. Mama needs a break.
Not so fast, Mom. Yeah, Mom. We're late. We need to go.
Here we go. Dave's Place, 502 East Francis in North Platte. DoorDash or carry out. Whoop, whoop.
But Sutton Tickle's kick does not get to the end zone like Hunter Lands thought it was going to. In fact, took the wrong bounce at the 2-yard line back into play, and he had to hustle to grab that, and he'll get it to the 9-yard line. He's fortunate. Boy, Southern Valley's had some botched plays here on the special teams side of things, and that nearly was a big one. They'll take over at their own 9-yard line, 9:50 to go in our second quarter. Yeah, I think he thought, wow, this one's going to the end zone. It didn't, and then it didn't take that bounce like it normally does.
It did. It's very unusual for a kick. Punt will check up like that if it's done right, but it's hard for a kick to check up like that, but it really did.
So at the 9-yard line, 1st down and 10. Southern Valley works right to left in your radio dial. Their fourth drive of the ball game here. They'll turn and give it right up the middle. It's Lands, right side. He'll get across the 13 to the 14-yard line. That's the best carry of the game for him, 6 yards for the freshman before he's brought down by a host of Irish tacklers. It had been tough sledding for Hunter Lands. His 9th carry. That one went for, again, the longest. He's got now 8 yards on 9 carries, 2nd down and 4 after the gain of 6.
Right, that's the best run play they've had. They did have the scramble for maybe 20 or whatever it was, but outside of that, they have not had just a regular scrimmage run play that was that successful.
We didn't come back in time to play-by-play that. And our videographer, Ryan O'Neill, said, you want me to let this commercial play out? I said, no, he's going to get a touchback. I'm not too worried about that. And then, of course, we nearly get a wild play. 2nd down and 4 from the 15-yard line. 9 minutes to go, second quarter. Handoff up the middle. Back gets it across the 15 to the 17, maybe the 18. Shy of the 1st down by a yard. That was Hunter Lands again. Sets up 3rd down and 1. So Southern Valley sticking with the ground game. Coach said in a preseason interview, he's a ground and pound, smash mouth kind of football guy. Certainly not been the case today. They've been very effective through the air, but trying to get that ground game established here.
Really nice play on that previous carry by Lane Sitta and Spencer Mostek. But I appreciate a young coach like that recognizing here's what we want to do, but I think sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I mean, I'm sure he'd like to run it every down, but you got to do what gives you the best chance, and I think he's really doing that.
3rd down and 1. Lands in the backfield. He's really got Lands just to his left. Under center is Howitt. He will keep it himself. He'll sneak it right up the middle. He'll get the 1st down all the way to the 22-yard line. Able to pick about 4 yards on the sneak. Preston Howitt moves the chains. That is the 7th 1st down for Southern Valley of this first half. 8:09 to go here in the second quarter. And outside of a bad snap, I mean, this is a 6-point game.
I think probably second one by run, the scramble and that one, I think. The rest of them have mostly been doing their work through the air.
7:57 to go in the second quarter here. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley, Ryan O'Neill video producing here.
Thank you.
And from their own 22-yard line, Eagles go back to work. And if anything, for Southern Valley fans, they're maintaining the ball and maintaining the clock and keeping this game a little bit more low scoring.
Well, I'm going to say the Irish can't have had the ball for much over 3 minutes, I don't think.
Been short. I could do the math at half. I can't do it that quick. Here under center. Middle back in motion in the eye. They'll pitch it that way to Hunter Lands. Irish really surrounding that. They read that well. Riker Atkins and Brecken Collins, who kind of have the same mentality on defense, make the stop a loss of 3.
I think Brecken Collins shoved Riker right into the ball carrier. He's trying to get there, and he could see Riker was in front of him, and he just shoved because Riker came like he was shot out of a cannon out there. Really a fun play there.
I tell you what, I think Riker is getting mentored by Brecken on the way he plays football. Loss of 4 back to the 18-yard line here. And lands back under 10 yards on the ground. And we're going to have a timeout taken here. Or do we have, nope, we have lights on in the end zone.
So we can resume play.
And so they'll stop play to try to get those done. Southern Valley, they're just going to leave.
They've seen enough.
Well, sometimes you get that stress. You don't know how to flip the lights off.
Something you said. I don't know.
Yeah. Second down and 14, back at their own 18, under 7 minutes to go, second quarter. Eagles trailing 20-8, but very much in this ball game. In the gun is Howard, back to throw, pressure coming, screen pass near side, caught and tackled right away. No, it might have been, well, I think it was caught and fumbled out of bounds, but Hunter Lance just smoked by Mason Giebler. It's going to lose 2 more yards back to the 16 and be third down and 15 here for the Eagle offense. And Irish D-line didn't recognize that screen right away, but one guy that did was Mason Giebler.
That's right, and he's done a good job of he's done a good job of giving his guy Howard's done a good job of getting his guys a chance to get under the ball, but in that case, that thing needed to have a little bit of zip on it. It gave a fast guy like Mason Giebler a lot of time to close ground and really make a good physical play there.
You got to give Howard some love though for his pocket presence, and with a lot of pressure in his face, he's been dynamite. 9 of 11. 119 yards. He needs 16 here, though. Clock is down to 5:50. Back at their own 16-yard line. And they'll move guys around. Thiessen will run from the near side to the far side to become a tight end. I-4 pistol set here for Howitt. On third down and 16. Back to throw. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Airs it up near sideline. Jump ball. And it is intercepted. Mason Giebler able to haul it in at the 32-yard line. His 10th career INT. His 9th career turnover, 9th career INT, is third this year, and the Irish take over at the 32-yard line.
Really good play, and Jackson Braithwaite was closing from his free safety spot, and they both kind of undercut the receiver and had a chance to make a play on it, and that was a really difficult interception because there was some contact from the receiver and from his teammate right at the point that the ball got there, so really good job by him to secure that.
Hauls it in at the 32. Irish take over. 5.5 to go in the opening half. They'll give it Giebler left side to the 35. Needs to break one tackle. Can't. Thiessen holds on. It's a 9-yard gain. Otherwise, he houses it. But it's a solid gain of 9 for Giebler, who has 3 carries for 69 yards. By the way, the Irish have ran a total of 6 plays in this game offensively. 6 right now.
Yeah, they haven't had much of an opportunity. They returned one and got one at the 6. You know, how many plays to run.
Second down and 1 from the 39-yard line. Clock will take under 5 minutes to go. Bracken Collins, there he goes! 39-yard run for number 46, and what a day he's having. Touchdown, Irish.
Yeah, good for him. He's certainly earned that.
Bracken Collins right up the middle with a fullback run. His 5th rushing touchdown of the year, and the Irish add 6 to make it 26-8.
Yeah, it really is remarkable here, Tanner. I mean, this game does not feel like it's a 26-8 game, and yet that's the scoreboard doesn't lie.
It doesn't unless it's wrong. Irish go for 2 here. 2-point conversion. It's Jackson Braithwaite. He'll turn to throw, roll right, throw it out into the flat, and he overthrew Kemp. He had a little bit of pressure, and he knew he just sailed that one over his head. 2-point conversion will be no good. And St. Pat's will retain a 26-8 lead with 4:56 to go in our second quarter. We'll take a timeout. It's brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family.
Pathology Services now offers Save a Fortune cookies to all patients who see healthcare providers with offices in North Platte. All patients have the federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your local provider you want your lab tests performed at Pathology Services and save a fortune on lab tests.
Pathology Services inside the North Platte Health Pavilion or at the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte.
We cheer for the Irish on the field, the court, and the course. Now let's rally for our teachers, the ones shaping futures at the North Platte Catholic Schools each and every day. I'm Endowment Director Wendy Dotson, asking you to pledge your support to the Founded on Excellence campaign. Every donation will ensure that we can recruit and retain the very best teachers for generations to come. We're on our way to a goal of $3.5 million, and we need your help to cross the finish line. Contact the endowment office or visit npcschools.org to make your pledge today.
Sutton Tickle will do the kickoff duties here. 26-8 St. Pat's with the lead. Tickle end over end kick lands this time, making sure he catches it. It is at the 1-yard line, returnable. Across the 5 to the 10, and in open space will get spun down at the 13-yard line as
Hunter Lands brings it up to the
Levi Charter makes
line.
the good tackle in open space. 4:50 to go here in our second quarter. St. Pat's 26-8. Irish have ran 6 rushes and 1 pass play and have 26 points. They had a 4-play drive to start it, then had a kickoff return for a touchdown, then a 1-play drive, now a 2-play drive. I guess that's 7 plays if you did the math correctly.
I'm glad they're not scoring it by time of possession.
Boy, you're right. It has been a wild game. 26-8. Southern Valley takes over. They, meanwhile, they've ran 9 plays twice in 2 different drives. First and 10, 4:50 to go here in our second quarter. Howitt gives it right side. Lands on the carry. That's Hayden Lands, big fullback, the bigger of the two. And the 5'10", 170-pound junior gets 1 on be second down and 9.
Yeah, really good job. And I think the adjustment that Coach A made here going to a different alignment defensively really suits the Irish better. They're able to come up and run support out of that front and gives them a little more personnel on the back end here.
Might have been actually Rice on the carry there. Jacob Rice, the 6 foot, 200-pound senior. I'm not sure, 20 or 22. Got lights on again in the end zone here.
We got lights on in the east end zone. Please turn your lights off.
I feel like somebody's just playing with us now.
Yeah.
This seems like more in the last week than in the previous 10 years of doing this.
Everybody knows it except the guy with the lights.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can tell they're not listening to the radio, I guess.
That's right, or else they don't know how to turn the lights
Well,
on.
which I'm not sure I'd sit there and know exactly what to do, to be honest.
Well, everything I drive is old enough. You just shut the lights off.
That's true.
The new ones, you can't get them to turn off.
You get that switch.
I can't get them to do a lot of the things I want them to do.
This is the moment where you're just hoping it, pull the battery. Second down and 9. Eagles take over with a pistol set from their own 14-yard line, 4:17 second quarter. Eagles need something to go right here, down 26-8. Back to throw is Howitt. That's been a lot of right. He'll throw over the middle for Lands. Overthrows it, incomplete. Ben Heinrich's really the only guy that could get his hands on that. And incomplete, it falls, 3rd down and 9.
Boy, Ben came close to picking that thing. He kind of held his hand out and gave himself a little bit of additional room, and then couldn't quite get his hands up quickly enough. That ball had a little more on it from Howard than some of the balls that he's thrown.
Howitt started 8 of 9. He has 1 for his last 4. That only completion, a 2-yard loss. Now 3rd down and 9. And he's had time. It's just the back end's been very good for the Irish in the last few plays. Yeah, Clock stops here, 4:12.
We haven't seen in these last couple of drives, we haven't seen the guys running free like we did on the first couple of drives.
Mostek and Collins in that linebacking core here for St. Pat's. Coach Gidding going to take his second time out here. We'll stop play with 4:12 to go in our second quarter. St. Pat's 26, Southern Valley 8. Back after this, you're listening to high school football on Husker Radio.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
Let's step into some area scores for the McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. McCabe's, your local spot to cheer on every play and catch every play from your favorite teams. Downtown North Platte across town, leading, I believe, actually 7-6 late in the first half there. You had a Bridgeport-Kimball score.
Hemmingford-Bridgeport, a game in the Panhandle, kind of interest, an earlier opponent of the Irish. Hemmingford's up 20-12.
3rd and 9, looking to throw it far sideline, incomplete for Howitt. He might have had room to take off and run there. Elected to toss it up for Lands, over his head, incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and 9. And now Swanson, he's down in back near the quarterback where he initially got that snap, and so he's going to get a 10-2 here for the Irish. Hemmingford undefeated, though. And it was kind of unclear, if it was a legit undefeated, and I guess to this point it is. Arapahoe, who is St. Pat's next opponent, leading Highline 14-6 at halftime right now. Arapahoe, a team that, if you're counting points here for the Irish, Arapahoe comes in with 1 win, but could get to 2 potentially. Highline's at 1 win. You really need 3, though, for anything changing in power points, I believe. And so, certainly here for St. Pat, you're kind of trying to watch for power points here to try to improve your postseason seeding. As Swanson getting a lot of help to come off, and that defensive end, tight end core is getting thin.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't know who he's replaced by right now. It might be, well, first off, it's a punt, so I guess it's not quite the same, but Riker Adkins' role just got increased quite a bit more. Mason Giebler back to return this. Snap back. Pressure coming. He gets it off. End over end kick. Giebler not going to catch it, but he'll pick it up on a hop from his own 25. Giebler to the far sideline at the 30. Giebler down the sideline 40. He's got it to the 35. Cuts back inside. Spins down to the 24-yard line. Good open field tackle, by the way. Bennett Jorgensen, the junior, saved the touchdown as Giebler was just trying to cut back across the grain, and he had green daylight after 54 and made the play, but a great return, and the Irish take over with 3:50 to go in the second quarter at the Southern Valley 23-yard line. Second drive in Eagle territory.
Yeah, and when you're tackling Mason in the open field, you're only going to get 1 shot. He kind of had his speed up there, and so a really impressive tackle in the open field.
Pro set behind Braithwaite from the 23-yard line, working left to right on your radio dial. Irish up 26-8 here at home against Southern Valley. It was an 8-6 lead for the Eagles midway through the first quarter. It has been all Irish since then. This time, give it. It's Hyrigs right up the middle to the 25 to the 15. Hyrigs is gone again! 23-yard touchdown run by Ben Hyrigs. And the Irish get another 1-play touchdown drive.
Yeah, again, we're just getting killed in the time of possession. It's just amazing the efficiency of this Irish offense. Now, they've had a short field a couple times, too, and you throw in a kick return. I realize all of that, but punt return, kick return.
Long punt return. And a kick return for a touchdown. Irish going to go back to kicking the extra point here as Hyrigs 2 carries, 2 touchdown runs. Snap down, kick is end over end, hanging left, but it cuts through. And St. Pat's leads 33-8 here with 3:45 to go in our second quarter. Got another timeout. Back after this.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
Back here tonight at Columbus Field, St. Pat's 33-8, 3:45 to go in the second quarter. And Tickle lands, able to catch this one at the 1. Brings it out to the 5, to the 10, near sideline. He'll get ushered out at the 16-yard line by Jackson Braithwaite. And Southern Valley, this is going to be their best field position. They'll mark him at the 17. That's the best they've had all ball game. 3:40 to go in the second quarter. His last 3-4 minutes, I mean, about 5.5 minutes of game time has turned into 3 touchdowns for St. Pat's, and Southern Valley in a hole here late in this second quarter. Their offense since that opening drive, there were 9 plays installed out, then had a 9-play touchdown drive, turned it over on downs, interception, and a 3-and-out. They work right to left, twins to the near side for Howitt, who was all of a sudden kind of falling in a hole in the passing game. He'll give it, and off the near side, busted to the outside, breaking, slips off one, and Hunter Lands ushered out of bounds, but he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he will. 2nd down and 10, but it has been a tough 7 yards on 12 carries for number 1.
Yeah, Brecken Collins popped through there and really put a lick on him, but wasn't able to secure him and got some support after that.
Hans Kane in there on that D-line, the freshman who's gotten the start at times this year. It's been a rotating cast in that D-line for St. Pat's this year, and he's the nose guard here with defensive ends on a 3-man front. 2nd down and 10 here. Pro set here behind Howitt, 3.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. He'll give it right side. That's Rice on the carry, and he gets nothing. Another nice play on the far side this time. 3rd down and 10.
Tucker Kemp, I think. It looked like Brecken Collins kind of flushed him out, and then Tucker Kemp and Ben Hyrigs were able to make the tackle.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Eagle offense here. Coming up at halftime, join us for a halftime Irish intermission. We're going to hear from St. Pat's senior Emilio Demas when we return and get you halftime numbers, some scores from the area. We've got 3 minutes to go and click it here in the 2nd quarter. Irish up 33-8, 3rd down and 10 for Howitt, who is 9 of 14, but hasn't been able to complete anything downfield quite some time. Back to throw this time. With time, steps, pump fakes once, throws over the far sideline, incomplete. Brecken Collins with a nice play defensively. Just reached over and swatted it. Textbook defense from the linebacker. It's a 3-and-out.
Really timed it up well and just chopped right through his hands right when the ball got there.
And Howitt has now gone 1 for his last 6 for -2 yards. And back-to-back 3-and-outs. And the Irish now send Collins and Giebler back. We'll see if they can set up the wall.
Yeah, I think there's an opportunity there, and the big part of it's being able to handle the punt cleanly.
Well, Thiessen, hopefully he's hoping he gets a good snap. One went over his head a couple punts ago. Last one was clean, but had some pressure. This one, he's able to get it off, and he'll get a high punt, very returnable. Brecken Collins from his own 27 bobbles it. He'll go back, scoop it up, can't get the handoff. He'll run to the far side. Wall set up down the sideline, 40, but he'll get ushered out of bounds. As he'll take to about the, well, I'm not sure where they're going to mark him on the far side. The official on the near side had him at the 39, but I think the far side official is going to, and that's where they're going to mark it, 39-yard line.
That was before the contact even. I think he must have had to plant and try to cut back, and when he did it, he must have stepped on the sideline, I think.
But it was on the far sideline. How did this sideline
official?
Well,
I think the other official maybe
okay.
was there. I'm sure this guy didn't have any idea.
Oh, I didn't think so, but he was quick on there. That bobbled catch that kind of throws off the timing for that wall just enough. And I don't know if it was going to go all the way, but it certainly would have got it past the 39. Irish take over though. They have been last 4 plays, 3 touchdowns in offense under center. Braithwaite gives it right side. Giebler across the 40. He'll get spun down at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3, and that's a good stop for Southern Valley defensively after, again, 4 plays, 3 touchdowns. Clock running 2:19, ball at the 38-yard line, 2nd and 7.
We've set quite an expectation for ourselves here. We get bored after a couple plays, we haven't scored.
Irish again. This will be play number 10 of the game. A different formation here. Ben Hankless put out to the near side, I believe. Under center is Braithwaite. And he'll give it fullback. Giebler left side. There he goes. 30, 25, 20, and he goes. The Jets are on, and it's a 38-yard touchdown run by the senior Mason Giebler, who goes over 100 yards.
Yeah, I think the receivers to this side were just to draw some of the secondary this way, and then it was well blocked to the point of attack, and then it was just Giebler's speed after that.
Giebler with his 2nd rushing touchdown. He now has 110 yards on the ground, 5th 100-yard game of his career. And the Irish, a 2-play drive that goes 41 yards. All Mason Giebler adds 6 here with 1:50 to go in our 2nd quarter. Tickled to add the PAT for St. Pat's, up 39-8 here. Snap down, pressure there, but he's able to get it off in time and boot it through. Our score, 40-8. St. Pat's with 1:50 to go in our 2nd quarter. Take another timeout. Back after this.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop The Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday, Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing in all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop The Bargain Bin today.
It's 8:02 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays, where all in-shop services are half price at CT Computer Services. Technology solves. St. Pat's 40-8. They have responded since an 8-7 lead by Southern Valley midway through the first quarter. Another short end-over-end kick, returnable for Lance from the 5. Across the 10, near sideline to the 15, to the 20. Able to get a little bit of room, but Hankla brings him down, but he'll get it out to the 23-yard line. Good return by Lance. First down and 10, Southern Valley with 1:41 to go in our second quarter.
23-yard line tackle by Hankla.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle by Ben for sure.
It's not been touchbacks. That's a 4th straight kick without a touchback by Tickle. Get a little bit more air here. And
First and 10 for the
normally,
Eagles.
Irish kickoff return coverage is fine, but you certainly don't want him taking a shot on that shoulder here. And Southern Valley, with 1:41 to work with, we'll see what Coach Gideon wants to do. It has been back-to-back 3-and-outs. I'm sure they'd like to get this thing to half here, down 40-8. Under center is Howitt. He'll turn, give it right side. It's Lands. Breaks one, can't get through the second line. The D-line meets him. Lane Sitta, Spencer Mostek there, no gain.
Yeah, Tucker Kemp was in the backfield and kind of forced it out, and then good play by Spencer.
Mostek, the junior. Sitta, the junior.
Second down, 10 yards.
You guys that have getting a lot of playing time here today. Riker Adkins has been the guy. Cooper Swanson went out with an injury. I don't know that he's returned. There is Crutches on that sideline. Braces on the sideline. 2nd and 10. Snap back. Pump fakes once near sideline. Airing it up for Lance, who's got a step. And he hauls it into the 30, 25, 20. He'll be down inside the 15. Big hitter to Hunter Lance. Perfect throw from Howitt.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a double move. Maybe it looked like maybe the Irish bit on a shorter route, and then he was able to get behind him.
Definitely did. And Giebler able to track him down, but that's all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, I think the deep defender for the Irish kind of bit up on an out route underneath him. There's a different defender there covering that. It looked like he was going to go there and just got kind of duped a little bit, got beat deep.
45-yard completion to Lands, who's got his 3rd catch of the ball game. First big one for the quarterback or anybody in quite some time. And Rice gets a carry, no gain. 2nd down, and Coach Gideon going to take his final timeout with 36 seconds to go here to stop the clock. As 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line up comes. We'll take another timeout. Final 36 coming up. It's brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family.
Putting your family first.
At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
Just like the athletes on the field quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed. When the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down, call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-5848. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley, Ryan O'Neill video producing here today. 2nd and 10 from the 12 of St. Pat's territory for the Eagles, who have burned their final timeout, trailing 40-8. Irish volleyball goes to Hershey tomorrow. Maxwell Hershey triangular there. And I know, do we get cross-country districts by next week? Is that right?
I believe that's the case.
They had SPVA. Boys won the team title yesterday in Grant. Here's 2nd and 10. In the gun is Howitt. 3 wide, 2 to the near side. He'll look right, throw into the corner, and into Lands, who hauls it in. That's a touchdown. Second passing touchdown by Preston Howitt, and the first to Hunter Lands.
Really a good throw there by Howard. There wasn't much room there. I think it was Ben Heirigs over there on the coverage. He was in pretty good shape right on the receiver's hip, but Howard just led him to the outside, and he kind of had to dive for it, and really a well-placed ball and a good catch.
Howitt came in 36% completion. His career high was 129 yards. He's now thrown for 177 in the first half. I mean, he has been, I don't know how he hasn't thrown for more all year. He's been on point, 2-point conversion attempt. He's back to throw, steps up into the pocket, going to take off and run, slips through a tackle, and he'll get it. 2-point conversion run. So a little late momentum here for Southern Valley to make it 40-16 with 29 seconds to go here in our second quarter. And obviously Irish been able to put on a lot of points in between the first and second touchdown for Southern Valley, but I'm sure Coach Aynot thrilled with that drive. 3 plays, 57 yards, and a 12-yard touchdown
perfect
pass
spot to watch
from
the
Howitt
big
to
game.
Lands.
Head to McCabe's Pub and
But I do
Lounge.
think,
Catch
Tanner,
every play, every
you can see
highlight,
why
every moment of your
mostly
hometown team on the big
put
screen,
up pretty good
surrounded by
offensive
fans who
numbers in terms
love
of scoring. Last couple weeks, not so much so, but through the early portion of the year, for sure, they were scoring. It's really been a lot of what we've seen tonight, which is they've had a hard time getting teams stopped.
So now with 29 seconds to go in the second quarter, this is the most points they've scored in 3 games. Only scored 14 against Dalmas, 6 against Highline. But it just the efficiency of Howitt. How many high school quarterbacks go 11 for 17 for 177 in 1 half?
Yeah, and I'd throw in another maybe 15-yard drop there, or something of that nature too. So he's been quite accurate.
It's not necessarily been balls that, they're just wide open, but they have to go find the ball because he didn't throw it right. He's been on point. Rice will kick this off. Last one was a short, high kick. This is the same thing, Ben. And it's going to be caught by the upback Brecken Collins. Collins across the 30. Collins will take it to the 35 and brought down at the 36. I think Southern Valley is trying to avoid the guys that, aren't effective returners. And Irish have a few of those. And with 25 seconds to work with, Irish have all 3 timeouts at their own 36-yard line. You got to think they're going to try to go score something here. Under center is Braithwaite. Single back behind him, twins to the near side. That's Hanklin Heirigs. Heirigs in the slot. Braithwaite rolling right with time. Going to throw near sideline. Caught by Ben Hanklin. Try to get to the sideline through the 35. He'll get out at the 30. Good run by Ben after the catch. Takes it. That's about a 14-yard completion to Ben. That's his first grab of the year. First down. That's a perfect play.
Yeah, that's really good to see. Jackson put that thing right on the money because he hasn't been as accurate as we've seen him at times, so it's good for him to get his confidence back.
He was 1 for 6 last week, now 1 for 2 in this game. His first completion there, 18 seconds to go. Got out of bounds, clock stops, still have 3 timeouts to work with. Same formation, just to the far side this time. Rolling left, Braithwaite looking to throw, throws it out into the flat, caught by Ben Heirigs. He'll try to get to the sideline, and he'll get out at the 19-yard line. That's another completion. Give him 10 more yards. They'll mark him at the 20. At the 19.
Complete to Heirigs from
moved it back to the 20. Just quick out routes here.
Another Irish first down.
And to speak to something you mentioned earlier in the half, at the very least, I think you see if you get to that point, you probably see a Sutton Tickle field goal attempt, I would think.
Well, Coach wanted a 60-yarder, but that's out of play now.
We're not going to get that now.
12 seconds to work with. So you got to go a little deeper now. You don't have a whole lot of time from the 20. Under center, Braithwaite gives it. It's Mason Keebler off the left side. Can't get out of a tackle. Really nice tackle by Hunter Lands. Saved a touchdown. It's a gain of 5. That was a quick hitter, but it took 5 seconds off the clock. So there's only 7.1 to work with here at the 15-yard line. Keebler with 115 yards on the ground. The Irish take their first time out here. Now 7.1 to work with at the 15. You can probably get a quick one here.
I think so. Not very many plays. Not very many plays go over 7 seconds, but everybody's kind of got to know what's going on.
Right, you got to you got to understand, even if you're open but you can't score, you got to get down. So you can call a timeout. You have 2 remaining. That's not really an issue, but
yeah,
if you don't have green daylight, you can't run a screen or anything that takes too long.
Right.
I don't even know if you can really run a 15-yard play to the end zone in 7 seconds. You'd be cutting it off and close at that point.
As much success as the Irish have had in the run game, I'm not sure you don't just run a counter or maybe an ISO and see if you can pop one up in there. And if you don't, then, of course, you can still kick the field goal.
Well, you're running the ball. You tell your guys, get down if you can't get into the end zone, basically. So second out and 5, 7.1 to work with here. Again, we'll have an halftime Irish intermission with Emilio Demas when we return. And then get you halftime numbers. 40-16, St. Pat's with the lead. They'll come out. Braithwaite, a late cue to Tucker Kemp, the right tight end. I formation with 7.1 to work with. Fumble snap. He picks it up, rolls right. Braithwaite looking to throw. He's going end zone. He's got a man open. Levi Charter's there, and he hauls it in the back of the end zone. Braithwaite able to put it on a dime, and Levi Charter hauls in his first catch. It's a 15-yard touchdown pass with no time on the clock.
15 yards out, touchdown Irish.
He put it up there where he could catch it. He lofted it in there, and Levi was able to secure it even with a pretty good hit.
And I don't know if there would have been any time left on that clock if he would not have hauled that in. That might have been it. I'd imagine there wouldn't have been much left, but doesn't matter.
Well, you lost probably a couple seconds on the mishandled snap.
Right,
you pick up, then you got to get squared up, so it probably was a 7-second play.
Nice drive, though, by Braithwaite through the air. 3 for 3. He'll hold the PAT. Tickle drives it through, and the Irish, with 25 seconds, able to get down the field in 4 plays and add 7 points to make it 47-16 at the halftime break here. Timeout. We'll take a halftime break. We'll get a halftime intermission with Emilio Demas, then come back and get you halftime numbers. Get your score. St. Pat's 47 and the Eagles 16.
Looking for the perfect spot to watch the big game? Head to McCabe's Pub and Lounge. Catch every play, every highlight, every moment of your hometown team on the big screens, surrounded by fans who love the game as much as you do. Bring your friends, grab a bite, and enjoy the action in a place where the community comes together. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, your home for the hometown team.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care, as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Welcome back on another edition of Irish Intermission. We're talking with a St. Pat's senior, Emilio Demas, with us. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great. How was senior year?
It's going pretty well. You know, a few tests, but...
Nothing you can't handle?
Yeah.
What classes are we taking? Anything difficult, real difficult?
No. I mean, I'm taking a college class, college algebra, and that's not that bad, but definitely something I don't really like, so.
I don't think I know I didn't take any algebra in college, so you've already bested my level of algebra, and you're probably better at it than I would have been at any point in my life, so good for you. What all are you involved in here at St. Pat's your senior year?
I do football, track. I'm doing one act this year. I'm part of Quiz Bowl, pro-life group, and I think that's all.
Very good, though. One act. What are you doing? You guys are probably getting going now, right?
Yeah, I'm just stage crew, but I mean, yeah, they're getting their parts down pretty well.
What's the performance?
That's a pretty good question.
You're just a stage crew.
Yeah, I just show up.
So what does the stage crew do?
I just do. I mean, yesterday I just went and moved a door, and that's about all I did. But
do you get a building thing?
I assume so. I mean, I don't know. I've been to 2 practices.
Second with Emilio Dimas. But you know what? When they win state, you get your name on that list.
Oh, yeah. I get that medal, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, especially senior year. All right, football, how's that gone so far?
It's going pretty well. We've had a few injuries, a few people a little banged up, but, I think we're doing pretty well as a team and really keeping that bond strong.
Absolutely. It's a good senior group, I know. Pretty good core of seniors there that stick together, it seems.
Yeah, I love my brothers, and it's just amazing going out there every single Friday and competing, and yeah.
It's kind of getting to the end here now, where it's almost win or go home.
Yeah, we got senior night tomorrow, and that's going to be a little emotional because it could be our last game on the field, but I think we got to clean some things up this week and next week and prepare for the playoffs.
Very good, Emilio Dimas. What do you do in track and field?
I just throw shot put, really. I just kind of go along with it.
That's a pretty easy day then. You get a few throws in and you're done.
Just do the first event, and I'm done for the rest of the day.
First event. And they don't ever require you to do another event?
I hope not. I hope it doesn't change.
I remember growing up, by my days, you'd be like, you're going to do something. We'll find it. We'll find a 400 that you can somehow work your way into. Do they don't do the weight man's relay, do they?
No. Well, sometimes they do it, but I didn't participate in it. I know sometimes the 4x4 is a little low. And, I usually hide, but you
just hide in the corners that way. Nobody, I'm not here today. Emilio Dimas here with us. All right. What do you want to do once you graduate?
I don't really know. I was thinking about going maybe towards, Southeast Community College in Lincoln, just because I want to be in Lincoln. I want to go to the Husker games and everything, but I don't really know what to study. So just kind of go community college before I spend the big bucks on Ontario.
Yeah. Get some gens out of the way and then figure it out. All right, so you're a Husker fan. Big Red got Maryland this weekend. How's that going to go?
I think our offensive line has got to do a little bit better job this week, but I think we got them in the bag.
All right. How many wins by the end of the year do you think?
Seeing Penn State lose to UCLA kind of gives me confidence that we could go 11-1, make the Big Ten championship, but you never know.
All right. I like it. Confidence. Emilio Dimas, well, best of luck the rest of your senior year. Are you ready to graduate?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
That was a confident answer. Mom probably wouldn't say that same answer.
I think I'm ready to be done with high school. I'm ready to be done with school, but not really ready to move out of the house, though, yet. I think.
Yeah, still get those home-cooked meals, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emilio Dimas, best of luck the rest of your senior year, all right?
Thank you.
We'll have more halftime coming up after this.
This is Marty Trzcinski. I'm proud to help sponsor another year of sports for our St. Pat's Irish teams. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, I'd be glad to help you out. I've been handling civil lawsuits, criminal cases, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Like our Irish teams, I know how to win. Call me at 534-4837 or visit my website at troshlaw.com. Experience you need, results you want, and let's go Irish.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindenmeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindenmeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindenmeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Back here at the halftime break from Knights of Columbus Field, North Platte St. Pat's with the lead, 47-16 at the halftime break. A wild first half. There's a lot to recap in this one. Irish kicked off to start the game, and Southern Valley went right down the field, 9 plays, stalled out, turnover rundowns. Irish 4 plays later get a 54-yard run by Mason Giebler, 7-0. That ended up being their longest drive of the game. More on that. A 9-play drive ensued for Southern Valley. They took the 8-7 lead with 1:04 to go in the second quarter. Ben Hankla flipped that around. A kickoff return is the up back, and about 55 yards he goes. And St. Pat's ultimately then takes a 14-8 lead. They would not give up a score until it was 40-8. They ran a total of 6 plays in 4 drives and had 4 touchdowns. Hyrix, Collins, Hyrix, Giebler touchdown runs. An interception by Mason, a couple punts defensively. Southern Valley, to their credit, minute 41 to go, scored on a 3-play, 57-yard drive, a 12-yard touchdown pass to Hunter Lands. That made it 40-16. And with 25 seconds to go, Irish get down the field in 4 plays. Braithwaite goes 3 for 3 for 39 yards, including a touchdown pass to Levi Charter to make it 47-16 here at the break. What a wild first half. Your halftime numbers are brought to you by Condon Signs, North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Condon Signs, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them in the corner of 8th and Vine or at CondonSigns.com. For the Irish, 231 yards in the first half, 192 on the ground, 39 through the air. Giebler, 5 carries, 115 yards. It's his 5th career 100-yard game. He also had 2 touchdowns. 2 carries for Brecken Collins, 47 yards and a touchdown. 2 carries, Ben Hyrix, 30 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jackson Braithwaite, 3 for 4, 39 yards, including a 15-yard touchdown pass to Levi Charter, a completion to Ben Hankla, and 1 to Ben Hyrix. No turnovers, 9 first downs, 1 penalty for the Irish here today. Southern Valley, meanwhile, totally opposite. 8 rushing yards on 22 carries and 177 through the air. Kind of an unbelievable game. Hunter Lands, 13 carries, 70 yards. Preston Howard, 4 carries, 18 yards. Rice has gotten a couple carries. Howard through the air, 11 of 17 for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's been extremely efficient. Did throw an INT. That's the only turnover, but he has 6 completions to Hunter Lands for 101 yards and a touchdown. It's already a career day for Howard, by the way. And receiving, it's a career day for Hunter Lands, who came in with 129 receiving yards all season. Almost bested that today. Avery Thiessen, 78 yards receiving on 3 catches and a touchdown. Hayden Lands has caught a couple. 1 turnover, 9 first downs, 2 penalties for 10 yards for Southern Valley. To give you an idea, Coach O'Malley's been talking about this time of possession. Not a stat I usually do because it takes a little bit of math, and let me be honest with you, I'm not real good at that part, but 4 minutes and 27 seconds the Irish have had the ball. 4 minutes and 27 seconds, and they have a 47-16 lead here over Southern Valley. Take another timeout or halftime presented by the North Platte Catholic Schools Endowment. We'll be back with more right after this. You're listening to high school football from North Platte St. Pat's.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Nutter Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get a Nutter. A Nutter Storage, 532-1332.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs, call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams and Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Cartwright's Barbecue is more than just great food. We're part of the North Platte community, and we're proud to stand behind our hometown teams, especially the Irish. Just like a good game, great barbecue takes patience, passions, and plenty of spirit. From brisket and pulled pork to ribs and more, we've got the flavor to keep fans fired up. Go Irish and go local with Cartwright's Barbecue, North Platte's home for real barbecue.
Boy, Welcome back to the halftime break here on HuskerRadio.com. KODY 1240 AM 1061 FM. Tanner Struckman with at the break. 47-16. St. Pat's with a lead over the Southern Valley Eagles. Let's check out some area scores from the McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. McCabe's, your local spot to catch every play and cheer on your favorite teams. Downtown North Platte. Across town, North Platte competing tonight against Lincoln Southeast. 19-7 late in the third quarter in that one across town here. Hershey went to Gordon Rushfield today. Hershey's going to be 5-2. They lead 48-0 at the halftime break. Panthers a team to watch in 11-man C2 football right now. They got a huge one with Kearney Catholic next week. Both teams will be undefeated in their district if Kearney Catholic gets a win tonight, which I presume they will, but I don't know who they play. But now they beat Mitchell already, so they went all the way to Mitchell here today. Class D1, Arapahoe 20-6 late in the third quarter. That is St. Pat's next opponent. That'll be next Friday night in Arapahoe. And at the half, Hemingford over Bridgeport, 20-12. It'd be a huge win for Hemingford. They'd stay undefeated. Would be Bridgeport's second loss in that one. And finally, Kimball leading Sutherland 14-0 late in the first quarter there. That game out west. Maxwell beat Baird earlier today. It was a 3 o'clock game, 55-8. That's a potential playoff team. And Maxwell with another win. I think they had a big one with Brady next week to close out the regular season. And it is Hitchcock County leading Maywood Center 48-6 at the halftime break of that one. Here, again, St. Pat's with a lead, 47-16. Second half's win-win return from Knights of Columbus Field after this.
Have you heard the news about Dave's Place? Yes, duh. Are you sure you've heard the news? Of course. We run the place. I know, but we need to tell everybody else. Dave's Place is open for lunch.
Brand new hours at Dave's Place. Now open at 11 a.m. for lunch. Spend your noon hour with Dave's famous wings and pizza, and maybe a cold beverage.
We won't tell your boss.
Now open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Tuesday, 11 to 11 Thursday through Saturday, and closed on Wednesdays. Mama needs a break.
Not so fast, Mom. Yeah, Mom. We're late. We need to go.
Here we go. Dave's Place, 502 East Francis in North Platte. DoorDash or carry out. Whoop, whoop.
Why take the elevator up to higher lab prices? Patients who see Great Plains healthcare providers, whose offices are in the North Platte Health Pavilion, have federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your Great Plains health provider you want the lab test performed on the first floor pathology services, rather than going up for higher lab prices.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com.
Save the date, mark your calendar, and go green on October 25th. Join us for an unforgettable evening with dinner, drinks, games, prizes, auctions, and spirit wagons, all in support of the North Platte Catholic Schools. New this year, 9 chances to win in the Green Lucky Lotto. Grab your friends and fill a table. It's an event you do not want to miss. Watch your mail for the invite, find the details on Facebook, or call 534-5939. Proceeds benefit Little Leprechaun, McDade, and St. Pat's.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Getting ready for a start of our second half here from Knights of Columbus Field. 47-16, St. Pat's with the lead over the Southern Valley Eagles. Irish trying to get back into the win column. Well, you were gone, but I gave the time of possession. Would you like to guess how much St. Pat's had in that first half?
I would say we might have had it 4.5 minutes.
You didn't tune in, did you?
I did not.
4:26.
Oh, man. I should go down by a 50-50 right away.
Say you should go by the 50-50. It's up for grabs here tonight. St. Pat's 47-16. Kind of a wild ball game here. I mentioned in the pregame, this is a series that hasn't happened in quite some time. Last 2 have been forfeited. Last year, of course, and then they were set to play in 2019. That was forfeited by Southern Valley that year in 11-man. They played back in 2018 here at home in C2. Irish won that one. It was a series back in the 2000s. It was a good series. It kind of restarted again in 2014 and 15. Took a couple years off, restarted in 2018-19. Southern Valley went to 8-man in 2020. Of course, this is one of the more unique consolidations here is with a school out in the middle, kind of the middle of the towns, out in the country. It's Oxford serving Beaver City, Edison, Hendley, Hollinger, Orleans, Oxford, and Stamford.
Right.
I'm not sure if I could even point out any of those on a map necessarily, and some of those I haven't even heard of. But
well, when it first started, there were just 3 schools. It was, I mean, those other towns, but none of those had a school. At the time of the consolidation, I think it was Beaver City, Orleans, Oxford. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Been a successful one, though, certainly. There's been some pretty good matchups between these two teams on the basketball court back in the day, back in my early times.
Right. I think we played them twice one year in football, did we not? I think
you're
we
right.
played them in the playoffs one year.
You think you're right, yes. All right, start of the second half here. Southern Valley will kick it off, and that has been an interesting game for Jacob Rice. He's got a shorter, I mean, it might go 15 yards at times, maybe 20. Ben Henkel caught one. Brecken Collins caught one. Ben took it about 55 yards. Brecken got it about 10 yards. So let's see what Rice elects to do here. Irish deep men are at the 15. Rice, another shorter. This is a deeper one, though. It's going to be catchable by Giebler at his own 19 across the 20. Giebler to the sideline to the 25. And he'll get out to the 32-yard line, maybe 33 before he's brought down. That's a pretty good return, but for Southern Valley, that's probably best case scenario. Irish come out here with a 47-16 lead in our third quarter.
Yeah, when the kick only goes that deep, there's only about so much field position you can hope for. It's a pretty good coverage there by the Eagles.
Irish ground game, 192 yards on 10 carries in the first half. They threw for 39, all on that last drive. They'll come out, Jackson Braithwaite under center. He'll put Hankla and Hyriggs to the near side. This is kind of the formation they ended the first half with. Single back is Mason Giebler. Braithwaite gives it, regular keeper, near side to the outside towards 35, up to midfield. Ball comes out, Ben Hankla covers it up. I think they're going to say he was down. Boy, Braithwaite kind of got bent backwards, too, on that end of that snap, or end of that play. But he picks up 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that was a good carry. He had the ball kind of out away from his body there in the secondary. I'm not sure the coaches were real fond of that, but he did a good job of getting up the field.
That might be his best rush of the season. His rushing has been negative because he's had some sacks and just some negative plays, but he has 2 rushing touchdowns on the year. That'll get him closer to positive side. Second down and 9 from the Eagle 39-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Twins to the far side again. Irish gotten used to this single back formation. Giebler gets it left side. There he goes. 30, 25, 20. Mason Giebler will take it. 39 yards for his third rushing touchdown, and he's got a career day.
I think that's the second time, Tanner, that they've run that trap play for Mason Giebler with the twin receivers away. And I think what you see there is if it's blocked well up front, there's just not much personnel left behind that first line to make a tackle, and that was fairly obvious there. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, it was kind of over.
On senior night, 7 carries, 154 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Mason Giebler to make it 53-16. Not even a minute into our third quarter. Extra point by Tickle is up and through. Make it 54-16. St. Pat's with the lead. We've got a timeout on the field. Back after this.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
It's a career day for Mason Giebler. Previous career high, 118 yards. Get this, as a freshman. His career high was 118 yards rushing as a freshman against Kimball. And he's got his 5th 100-yard game. He'd had one every year of his career. Today on senior night, 154 and 3 touchdowns. Good for him.
Yeah, big night for him and well blocked up front, and he knows what to do with it when he gets in the open field.
Tickle will boot it to the west end zone, and he made no bones about it. This one was going through the back of the end zone. It lands past the back line. And bringing out to the 15-yard line comes the Southern Valley offense. Hey, are you in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HT Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HT Management in North Platte. That's HT Management, your professionals in ag real estate. 54-16, 11:04 to go here in the third quarter. St. Pat's in control of this one over Southern Valley. Eagles, though, I think probably found something here in this past game with Preston Howard today. 11 of 17 and 177 yards, a couple scores. He'll operate under center. In the eye, middle back goes in motion. They give it to the deep back eye, and that's a carry for Hunter Lands, and nowhere to go. Lost 2. And that has kind of been the theme. Nice play by Emilio Demas. Senior throws him down. As a lot of these drives have started with no gain or -2, but about 3 or 4 times Southern Valley has thrown it and completed it to the 38-yard line or 39-yard line or near midfield. Almost every time they have not been able to, Irish have not been able to stop them on this end of the field. It seems like where the ball's at right now, it's destined to be about a 25-yard pass to midfield right now.
Yeah, Coach A has the guys back in kind of his more conventional 4-4 look, and they did a good job on the run stop, and we see how they're able to cover the pass out of this.
All right, this will be the key. Riker Atkins back in at tight end. Irish freshman's played a lot today. In the gun, receiving it. Howitt looking to throw. He's got receivers out there. He throws it over to the near sideline. Caught by Hunter Lands across the 15 to the 20. Brecken Collins spins him down at the 21-yard line. Good gain of 8 yards, maybe 9 to the 22. It'll be third down.
Tackled by Collins. Got a chance here to get a stop, but they're again pretty well executed screenplay, and I've really been impressed with Howard's poise back there. He's been under a lot of heat. He's thrown some good balls down the field. That was a nice, accurate little toss out there on the screenplay. So he's made a lot of nice throws.
Picked up 9, lands 7 catches, 110 yards. He came in with 10 for 129. And an effective day today. Third down and 3 now from his own 22-yard line. 9:23 to go in the third quarter. In the gun is Howitt. Howitt with the tight formation, back to throw with time. Flushed out right. Flag comes in. He'll throw it up near sideline. Incomplete. Collins and Lands the intended targets. And it'll be fourth down, but we'll see. Land and also Howitt is down. He comes up limping here. He might have taken a shot at the end of that play, but the flag is more in the holding variety, and Howitt's now on the sideline. Going to need looked at. But we got to work the flag out first. It's going to be a holding. It'd be fourth down and 3. Irish are going to decline that from the 22-yard line and force Southern Valley. Now, and also they don't have the quarterback right now. Howitt's getting stretched out on the sideline. It might be just a cramp, but he's out.
Yeah, it does look like it's maybe a leg cramp.
And Southern Valley's going to take a timeout. Maybe we're going to get an injury timeout here.
Officials timeout for injury.
I don't know if you can decline your declining, but they'd be in a pretty tough spot here on 4th and long. But I think they're probably punting either way. And with the Irish success in the punt return game, they're probably just looking to get the ball back.
Tomorrow the JV.
So 4th down and 3 coming up. 9:11 to go in our third quarter here. As St. Pat's leads 54-16. Mentioned volleyball. They go to Hershey tomorrow. And I believe then host Ogallala on Tuesday. We'll have that match for you right here on Husker Radio. Next Friday night, St. Pat's will go to Arapahoe on the football side. Cross-country districts next Thursday. Do you know where those are? Putting you on the spot here.
Well, I don't.
I don't either. I should know that, but I can't remember. I had a conversation.
They might be back at Grant, but I'm not for sure.
Okay, that's not what I was going to say. So
what do you think?
I was going to say Ogallala, but I could be wrong on that.
I'll find that out.
Okay.
We can't be bumbling around here.
Thiessen to punt. Irish sending back, I believe Giebler back there. Thiessen, short kick that's going to go out of bounds. And no return for Giebler. It's going to be marked at the Irish 39-yard line. They will take over. 8:47 to go. Clock running now with the clock running rule. And St. Pat's takes over at the 39.
New group of guys out here on offense. Looks like maybe the one tight end here is Elijah Hyman. Looks like Hans Kane maybe he's out there on the offensive line. Lane Sitt out there on the offensive line. Justin Davies, I think, at center.
Ben Hankler coming in at quarterback with Matthew Giebler in that backfield. As this group
Levi Charter, I think, at the other tight end.
Operates from their own 39. Taking over quarterbacking duties is the sophomore Ben Hankla. He already had a kickoff return today. He'll give it to Matthew Giebler off the right side. He'll fall forward across midfield. 2-yard gain for the freshman. Second down upcoming here, and 8.
Yeah, good job. This group's done really a pretty good job. These second and third team guys have really done a good job through the course of the year. They've, very few major errors or anything like that, and really moved the ball pretty well. Looked like Easton Bryant maybe came in there at tight end now.
Districts and Grant, you won that battle.
I wish we'd have been a little more definitive to start with.
Second and 9. Giebler carry out the left side, and he'll get a first down run to the 31-yard line. Spun down there, but a nice run of 9 yards and a first down run for Matthew Giebler moves the chains.
Yeah, I think you got a little hint there that Matthew's got the Giebler speed also, so he's a guy that's got some big playability, and I think it'll be interesting to see how he develops.
I was thinking of girls' golf districts. I knew districts were in something was in Ogallala. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
those are only like 15 miles off.
The cross-country kids had a great day at Grant yesterday, so we'll just hope for more again this week.
There you go. Got the course down from the 31. Fullback gets it. That is Riker Atkins, and he had nowhere to run. He gets stopped right away. Jackson Fletcher, the sophomore, just spins him right down. No gain.
Yeah, just no room to run. I don't know if that was just dive. Might have been inside trap, but either way, they didn't really have a chance. Riker was well to just not lose any yardage there.
Atkins has done a good job running the ball this year for St. Pat's, and obviously he's played a lot on the defensive side here. They'll pitch it right side for Giebler on 2nd and 10 to the outside to the 30. 25 flag comes in. He's going to get inside the 20. Three flags came down. There was a pretty obvious hold on that far side.
Yeah, evidently. At least 3 officials had a good enough look at it to think it was a hold. So
I thought for a second it was going to get let go, and then the official on the near side saw it from quite a ways away. I think the white hat thought, well, if he saw it, I gotta know. I was right on top of it. I suppose I gotta call it too. Whenever you see one flag come out, I mean, you kind of anticipate the other officials to say, you got the same thing I did. Do I need to bother? But I suppose you're probably taught as an official, throw your flag if you see something, no matter what.
Well,
because it might be different penalties.
That's exactly it. I think the danger is they saw something different.
They all saw the exact same thing I saw. 2nd and 10 here on the second penalty by the Irish. Handoff left side. Not much. Jacob Rice meets the back for a short gain into the 38-yard line of Eagle territory again. 3rd down and 2nd down, I believe.
Along with Jacob Rice.
I think 3rd.
3rd down. You're right. It was 2nd and 10.
The no gain on the dive by Riker there.
So now 3rd down and 17 for the Irish at the Southern Valley 38-yard line here. This second group operating the offense. This drive's taking forever. This is the 5th play.
I wouldn't be surprised to give Ben Hankla a chance to run it here with his speed, maybe.
From the 38, Hankla under center. It's that quarterback boot. You called it. Near side. Flag's going to bring it back. He's at the 30. He'll take it down to the 22-yard line, but there was another hold on this near side by the Irish. I saw that one as well. Yeah, Irish have made him pretty obvious here, and this is going to come back. They'll mark it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's one of those things, sometimes you have a hold, and you think, gee, that didn't affect the play at all, but that play wasn't going anywhere without the hold. The guy was in pretty good position, and so it certainly affected the play.
They'll mark it at the 36, so it should go back to the Irish 24 here. And be 3rd down, and, well, the first down's at the Southern Valley 22, so... Sorry, 34-yard line is where they'll mark this. About 3rd and 24.
That's long enough.
AVR Wireless in North Platte is your home for cell phone and internet needs, providing consistent, clear connections across Nebraska, including in rural areas. They're also the provider for our connections today to make our broadcast possible. Check out Viera Wireless, 1302 South Chestnut Street in North Platte. 3rd and 24. It's no 3rd down and 56 or whatever it was out in Baird.
The guy still teases us about that call. That was kind of fun.
From the 34. That's a long time ago. This is a handoff. Giebler right side, nowhere to go. Ball came out too. Southern Valley signaling they're on it. as Fletcher made this tackle, and Southern Valley takes over on the fumble loss.
I think the guy on the near side was pointing to the ground, but evidently he got overruled. And I didn't see it. I don't know whether it was or not.
Irish have yet to have a game without a turnover, and that will continue. First one of the ball game here today. And that's been an issue. Irish turnover margin is still 0. They were on the plus side with the INT earlier, but now it is back to 0, which is that's a rarity for Irish football. They're usually very high, usually plus 10 by this time of the year.
And it's also a rarity when you have 3 or 4 games that you really had the better of. Usually you come out of those with a significant turnover margin.
So taking over. And a bunch set behind. A little diamond formation for Southern Valley. Snap back to Lands, and he'll get it right up the middle. No gain. He gets hit right away. Ankles taken out, and then takes the brunt from a couple others. Hudson Deeds in there. Emilio Demas, I believe, had the ankles. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Emilio Demas definitely made that play. He shot in there and got around his ankles.
Hunter Lands, he has had to put up with 15 carries for 5 yards, but on the receiving end, 110 receiving yards and a touchdown. So it has been a tale of 2 different days. Without Howitt, who is out with that maybe a hamstring cramp there, it's just a diamond formation for Lands right now. Snap back to him, runs it on 2nd and 10 near side, following blockers to the 30, to the 29, brought down there. Brecken Collins, Demas again on the stop, sets up 3rd down and 6, as Lands is just, he's been a workhorse here today.
He took a pretty good shot there at the end. It was Emilio was there chasing him down from behind, and then I don't know who actually made the tackle, but Brecken Collins got a pretty good lick in there on the end.
3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Eagle offense. Whenever it's this diamond formation, you just saw him there because that play didn't look like it was going anywhere. He was able to pick up 4. You got to be patient. You got to wait for those blockers in front of you because you got 2 in your backfield kind of leading the charge there. And it's that same formation again. 3rd down and 6 from the Irish 29-yard line. 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lands receives it, runs left this time. Lands hit right away, meets the defensive end. Great play on the far side. A loss of 3. It'll be 4th down and 9. And I believe it was Riker Atkins that met him right away.
Really good play. And, you know, Riker's really very undersized to be playing that position, but he's quick and he's physical, and so he makes up for a lot of that.
I think he puts a hand down, but he strikes me as a defensive end that should stand up and just go. Because that's just slowing him down, putting his hand down.
Well, he's if you see him here on the near sideline, he's in a little bit of a track stance. He's not moving much laterally out of that stance.
4th down and 9 now from the Irish 32, and with Hunter Lands operating in this diamond formation. Got to think it's going to be a run here. Irish can pretty much focus on that. It's going to be a pass. Lands looking to throw. He's going to air it up, and he overthrows everybody. Looking for Thiessen downfield. Falls incomplete. St. Pat's will take over at their own 33-yard line.
Really good stand there by the Irish. So we'll see if this group can put something together on offense. They just got in a downward spiral there on that last possession where they had a bad penalty and actually maybe a couple of penalties and just really put them in a hole they couldn't get out of.
If you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000 with fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proudly serves the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. So it's the Ben Hankla-led offense from their own 32-yard line. He'll turn, give it, right side, it's Riker Atkins, spins out of one tackle but can't get through it all the way. Jacob Rice got enough of him. It's a 1-yard gain for Atkins, the freshman. Riker on the season came in with 57 rush yards on 12 carries. He's gotten some time in a lot of games this year, has had a number of backs. 2nd down and 9 for their own 33. 40 seconds to go. Like to do the final play of this 3rd quarter here.
Jace Robertson on the previous play, and now Hunter McNew there in the backfield.
2nd and 9. Pro set behind Ben Hankla. He'll run veer right, keeper himself, and get bear hugged. He'll carry the back over the defender to the 36, able to pick up about 3 more. 3rd down and 6 upcoming. Irish won't have to snap it here.
Looked like maybe he had a little seam there, but just was a little, the running back was a little slow getting to the line of scrimmage. He was just going to follow in behind his dive back and took a little too long, and he wasn't able to pick up what maybe he could have.
They'll go to the fourth quarter. St. Pat's with the lead, 54-16 over Sand Hills or Southern Valley. We're back with the fourth next on Husker Radio.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
Let's check on some area scores from the McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. McCabe's, your local spot to cheer and catch every play and cheer on your favorite teams. Downtown North Platte, Husker Volleyball over on the Hawk 98.5. Won the first set over Washington, 25-14. They're up in the second, 11-7. They're playing a late one there. And in D1, I was going to get an update on that Hemingford score. We'll get that here in a moment as we start the fourth quarter here. St. Pat's operating 3rd down and 7 from their own 35. Counter near side, bouncing off a tackler. Giebler to the 40. First down run inside the 35. Another flag in the backfield, though. Boy, it has been a fairly clean game until this group's gotten out here. It's like it's going to be the 3rd holding penalty. Boy, and the first 2 were pretty obvious. I was in the middle of the play. I didn't catch that one, and that was unfortunate. That wipes out a pretty nice run by Matthew Giebler. He was able to get around the defense to pick up that first down, but now it's another 3rd down and 17 now.
Yeah, that was on the trap block, and I thought that one was a pretty clean block, and then he just kind of laid on him on the ground, and that's what drew the flag.
So from the 26, got to dial up a 3rd down and 16 play here with 11:35 to go in the game. Under center, Hankla. Hill nearly tripped, run the boot to the far side, get around it to the 25, to the 30. Hankla, 35, to the 40. Spun forward for a first down. Late flag on the tackle. That might be a face mask there on the tackle. He got 17. He needed 16 and a first down. And it's a horse collar tackle, I believe is what they're going to call.
Yeah, and it was Elijah Hyman, the tight end over there out in front of him, along with Justin Davies, his center. And that's horse collar. I think in order for it to be a horse collar, it's kind of supposed to have to pull you over backward, but he did look like he had his hand inside his shoulder pads.
All the way down, should be the 22-yard line. So that's a 17-yard run with a 15-yard penalty. That old 32-yard play that you always try to dial up.
That's right. Well, we've gotten to see at different times during the year the kind of speed that Ben Hankla, obviously on the kick return earlier tonight. Defensively, we've seen him catch up to some guys and make some plays as well.
1st and 10 from the Eagle 22. This time it's the fullback getting it, Hunter McNew. Able to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't have much room to run there for 15.
Yeah, that inside trap, and that's the same play that Riker Atkins, they tried with Riker Atkins earlier, and just not able to move. Just not able enough move enough people around to make success out of that play.
Score update from the McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. It's Hemingford 20-18, end of the 3rd. That's a good one out west in Bridgeport. 2nd down and 10 here. Boy, that's a nice hawk.
It might be an owl.
That was an owl. Giebler, left side, nice run inside the 20, down to the 18. Sorry, I get sidetracked when you see a bird that big fly over Knights of Columbus. 3rd down and 6 upcoming.
Yeah. Good run again by Matthew. He's hitting the hole hard. They're doing a good job blocking for him, and he's getting up in there quickly.
Down to the 18-yard line. 3rd down and 6 here. 10:04 to go in the ball game. This was like a 3-minute drive. This has been a
real time
killer. 110 to go. Big 3rd down here for Hankla and company. Under center. Hankla gives it. Fullback Riker Atkins inside the 15 to the outside. 10, 5, touchdown Riker Atkins. The freshman's got his first one of his career.
Yeah, nice to see him. We've seen him do a lot of good things, and so it's great to see him get rewarded with the touchdown there.
Adkins scoring on his first touchdown run from 18 yards out. And that group puts together a 6-play drive that overcame a penalty, goes 48 yards, and they put 6 more on the board on the Adkins run.
Yeah, really, really well blocked. It was a good opening, and then Riker saw, after the initial surge, saw a little light to the outside and went right for it.
Hankla 2 for 5 on PATs this year. This goes high snap. He'll pick it up. Fire play here. He'll throw it for Charter, incomplete. Had a chance, just overthrew it a little bit, but overall it's going to stay 60-16. St. Pat's with the lead here after the touchdown. Take a timeout here and come back. 9:44 to go in the ball game after this.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday to Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing of all sizes including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday to Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin today.
Ben Hankla to do the kicking duties, taking over here on that department, 60-16, and a low driving kick that'll carry into the end zone for a touchback. Southern Valley will take over with 9:44 to go here in the ball game. St. Pat's has got their season high in points here today, 60-16, and going to be 5-2 heading into the final game at Arapahoe. That's certainly a game, though. Arapahoe's not exactly had the season of the years past, but on the road, they're usually a pretty tough team, and Irish hopefully can be a little bit healthier for that game. I think Peyton Kramer's got a chance maybe to get back for that game. Xavier Pieper will be done. Unfortunately, a torn ACL is going to end his season and his wrestling season. And, of course, Sutton Tickle won't play offense or defense, but hopefully he can get Peyton back for that one. There's that diamond formation for the Eagles from their own 15-yard line. Lands up the middle, picks his way to the 20, and now it's a foot race. 25, 30, brought down from behind. But a nice run all the way up to the 35-yard line. That's a 20-yard carry for Hunter Lands, who came at 17 carries for 7 yards, so able to add 20 more to his total there.
They might be getting him out, I think.
He took a tough tackle at the end there.
Yeah, kind of got rolled up on the pack of guys chasing him. He kind of got rolled up after.
You know, the quarterback, Preston Howitt's been out for a while now. Also, the fullback, Hayden Lands, hasn't played a whole lot since the first quarter. Direct snap back. This is number 6 on the carry. Sullivan Bantam, the junior, gets his 6th carry, no gain.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle by Elijah Hyman. Elijah came in there and got him and spun him down. Really good play by Elijah.
Now, he had a tackle for loss last week. I saw him and I said, hey, it might have been the play of the game there, that TFL. He was riding pretty high on that moment. Yeah, I said, you should be. 2nd down and 10 from the 35. For the Eagle offense, who will again go to Dundee County Stratton next week. Doesn't get any easier to wrap up the regular season. Direct snap, Bantam off the left side to across the line of scrimmage up to midfield. He'll carry defender into the 39-yard line. 6-yard carry for Bantam. Sets up 3rd down and 4.
Play there by Levi Charter, I think. Levi Charter and Justin Davies are playing defensive tackle, and then I think the ends are Riker Atkins still, along with Easton Bryant. Then in the secondary, the corners like McNew and Matthew Giebler, and then the linebackers are, I think, maybe Jace Roberts along with Elijah Hyman.
3rd down and 4 from the Irish 39. Under 8 minutes to go in this game. Irish up 60-16. Bantam in that diamond formation. Direct snap. He'll run left. Actually, that's Hunter Lands back into the game, and he doesn't have a whole lot to go. Jace Roberts comes around and makes a nice play. Knock him down for a gain of maybe 1, 4th down and 2.
Really good play by Jace. There was a lot of traffic there, and he was able to kind of maneuver around and get him wrapped up.
So 4th down and 2. Well, it's got to be. When you see that diamond formation, obviously they've tried to throw it once out of that, but as a linebacker, you know where you just got to follow. It's going one way or the other. He's just picking his way, and your goal is to get around a block and make a stop. That's what you got to do here, 4th down and 2. And it's most certainly going to be Hunter Lands carrying this. Just which way is he going? From the Irish 37. Hard count, Irish jump, but didn't go across. Boy, that was close. And they'll direct snap it. Lands up the middle, gets hit, and falls forward. He goes all the way down to the 30. Good run of 7 yards. Got hit right away, fought through that, picked up 7 in the first down.
Yeah, really tough run by him.
He's up to 36 yards on 20 carries. And the Eagles move the chains down to the Irish 30 with 6.5 to go here in this one. It's 9:02 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow offering Tune-Up Tuesdays where all in-shop services are half price. That's CT Computer Services. Technology solved. 6:20 to go. Clock ticking. Lands came out. New direct snap here. That's to number 10. He'll run to the right side, and Elijah Hyman and company bring him down on the carry. Brighton Stalder, 3rd carry for the sophomore this year, picks up 1 yard.
Yeah, really good job by Elijah. Jace Roberts is over there too, I believe.
Husker football tomorrow, 2:30 kickoff at Maryland.
Got any bold prediction there?
I, for whatever reason, feel like Nebraska is going to play pretty well.
I hope you're right. I've gone to hoping instead of expecting.
2nd down and 9. I don't know when you were ever expecting that.
There was a time.
There was 25 years ago.
I suppose.
Direct snap to Lands this way. Jace Roberts gets an ankle, slows him up. Teammates corral him. No gain. Good play by number 8, though, to get that initial pop on him.
It was a really good job. And then I think it was Matthew Giebler and Hunter McNew in there.
Eagles need the 20 to get a first down.
So now 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles from the Irish 29-yard line. We'll pick up coverage tomorrow here at 10:30 on KODY for the Big Red. Still odd to me, Maryland's in the Big Ten. It seems odd to play them in any aspect.
Not as odd as Cal being in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
You're not wrong there. 3rd and 9. Lands receives it. He's going to throw. Lands looking. He'll air it up. Far sideline. Tipped and incomplete. Knocked away.
Elijah
Hyman. How about our guy? Boy, knocking that away. Had a long ways to run for 23.
That was nice play by him and a good break on the ball. I think Matthew Giebler and all 3 of those guys back there. Hunter McNew is back there as well.
Intended for Thiessen, who's got 3 catches today. Only 9 passing yards in the second half for Southern Valley after 177 in the first half. 4:13 to go, clock ticking. Here in this ball game, 4th down and 9 from the 29-yard line here for the Eagles. And it'll be Hunter Lands. It might be a risk. He still probably could run him. He'll back to throw, looking for Thiessen, going for a deep route. He's got a step, jump ball, and that is, boy, hauled in. What a catch by Thiessen, and what a throw by Hunter Lands. I mean, right on the money. Touchdown Eagles.
And Matthew Giebler was right there, and I think even maybe had a hand on the ball, but really strong hands by Thiessen there to secure that thing.
Touchdown pass number 3 for the Eagle offense. And again, just a beautiful throw by the freshman running back turned quarterback here today. And just a absolutely picture perfect pass to Avery Thiessen that goes for 29 yards. And they'll go for 2. So Lands has caught a pass for a touchdown and now thrown one. Thiessen, his 2nd reception in the end zone here today. 2-point conversion. Hunter Lands with 3:48 to go at 60-22. Receives it, runs right up the middle, gets hit, and stood up. 2-point conversion will be no good. And our score remains 60-22. Take a timeout. We've got 3:48 to go in this one. Back after this.
Putting your family first.
At
At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Looking for the perfect spot to watch the big game? Head to McCabe's Pub and Lounge. Catch every play, every highlight, every moment of your hometown team on the big screens, surrounded by fans who love the game as much as you do. Bring your friends, grab a bite, and enjoy the action in a place where the community comes together. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, your home for the hometown team.
Back here on Husker Radio's county-wide, 1240 AM, 106.1 FM. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley, Ryan O'Neill video producing as St. Pat's leads Southern Valley 60-22. Hunter Lance, you mentioned freshman to a sophomore there. That's a good duo that's going to be back. This is a young team, 25 on the roster, 9 freshmen. Quite a few sophomores play. They'll graduate a few seniors, including their quarterback Howitt, but he's the main contributor. A pooch kick here, and it's scooped up. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a touchdown the other way. Scooped up and housed. Matthew Giebler putting on the Jets, and he takes that one all the way.
Unofficially,
that was
60 yards.
There wasn't much there. He caught it, and 3 yards later, it was between everybody, and that was that.
So Matthew Giebler trying to match what older brother has done. He got a little ways to go to get there, but that's a good start for him. Makes it the second special teams touchdown of the ball game via this pooch kick. And I'll be honest, I did not even look down to see the kick or look up to see it. I was looking down to finish scoring that. Extra point here for Ben Hankla. Driven left, but goes through. And adding one with 3:40 to go. Our score, 67 now to 22. Irish add to their total. That was a deeper kick, though. He caught it at the 21-yard line. So a 59-yard return by Matthew Giebler.
Yeah, and it happened extremely quickly. I mean, again, he didn't have the ball very long before he was just him and green grass.
So he adds a few more there for St. Pat's to make it 67-22. Coach Braithwaite over there padding his special team stats here tonight with 3:40 remaining in this ball game. Irish again at Arapahoe next week. Arapahoe was in a pretty good one with Highline tonight. Kind of anticipated that to be a good one. Arapahoe 20-14 winners. They'll come in on a win streak.
And we saw enough of Highline to know they've got some tools too. So, and as you said, a little short-handed now for the Irish. That'll be a challenge.
Hemingford still 2018. 5 minutes to go in that game. Bridgeport ball. That is in Bridgeport. Hemingford trying to stay undefeated. And I'll be honest, I was kind of one of those guys that said, yeah, is that a legit 6-0? And they're proving that's a pretty legit 6-0 in Bridgeport, trying to pick up a win there. Ben Hankley to tee this one up with 3:40 to go. And the sophomore low driving kick is going to be caught and brought out by Dean Collins across the 15, 20 near side, gets to the 21. Push back there. Sam Sitta in on the stop at the 21.
Good job by Sam Sitta.
3:29 to go in this ball game. St. Pat's with the lead.
I think Levi Charter in there too.
And
get some new personnel in here. It's like Austin Stiles is in there. Sam Lake, Ari Kaduri, Braylon Braithwaite. I think those are the new guys. Everybody else. Let's see, Blake Folkert maybe out there, it looks like as well.
Bridgeport had a 3rd and 28 and just tried to hook and ladder and got about 25 of it late in the game there. Here's a direct snap back. Not that I'm watching a different game. I'm paying attention. Hunter Lance, big carry, across 35 to the 40. Hunter Lance, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He'll get tackled in the end zone. Touchdown, Hunter Lance. He will go 59 yards, but it's probably coming back. There's a flag at the 29-yard line. Hunter Lance just carried it good 60 yards. And
I don't know what we had there.
It was 9 yards downfield.
He must have pulled. The guy was just motioning like somebody got pulled down.
Call against the Eagles.
It's going to be a 9-yard run for Lands. And so Lands it will be first down and about 11. Bridgeport touchdown. They have taken the lead with 4:22 to go in that one.
That's a fun one, and that's the kind of score that's a pretty good game. You know, you're in the 20s. There's obviously been some good defense in there, and yet they put up some points. You know, sometimes those games can really be a back and forth offensive affair.
Low snap picked up, running near side is the back Stalder. He'll pick up a couple before he's brought down by
Braylon, I think.
Braylon Braithwaite. And it'll be second down and 7.
Braden.
Like TJ Byers out there now at defensive tackle.
2:11 to go. Clock running here. Hunter Lands back on the sideline. His day may be done. He's thinking, wait a minute, I just grinded through 22 carries, finally got the big one, called back, and now I'm on the sideline. Second down and 7 from the 24. This is a direct snap. Running is Rice. Good tackle. Jace Roberts. No.
Quarterback keeper, Jacob.
Yeah, it was Jace Roberts and Blake
Folkert. I saw number 3.
Yeah.
Jace just gave him a big old smack on the head saying good job.
For the Irish.
And Rice, that's a big guy getting tackled by Folkert.
That's right.
Third down and about 3 yards here with 1:29 to go in this one.
Those are the two linebackers, Roberts and Folkert, and they met right at the ball carrier and did a good job of getting him down low.
Third down and 3 now for Southern Valley here, trailing 67-22. Irish again go to Rappo next week. 7 o'clock date with the Warriors. Third down and 3 from their own 28-yard line. Snap back, ball's dropped, picked back up. Now looking to take off near side, won't go anywhere. In fact, we'll lose a couple back at the 25. That'll be Bantam losing 2. It'll be fourth down and 5.
Again, Roberts and Folkert in there. I think Justin Davies was back there as well.
Now fourth down 5 here from the 25. Under a minute to go. Maybe one more play. May have to be one for the Irish if they stop them. To close this one out, this group's gotten a lot of good time here today. As the Irish get another big win, bounce back from the loss, and this is what you wanted to see from a group that was banged up and beat up after last week's game. Fourth down and 6, direct snap, running right, across the 25 to the 30, and brought down a yard shy. Good tackle there. TJ Byers, I think, put that hit on the carrier.
Yeah, TJ's pretty excited. That was a good play by him.
Yeah, good hit on Stalder, who picked up 4 but needed 6. Turnover on downs. Irish with 6 seconds to go will take over at the 30, and the clock's running, and that'll run out this ball game. St. Pat's going to get a victory here at home over the Southern Valley Eagles, 67-22. We'll begin our Quick Stop postgame show from Knights of Columbus Field after this timeout on Husker Radio.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Like our St. Pat's Irish sports teams, life can come at you hard and fast. When it does, and you need a lawyer, give me, Marty Trushinsky, a call. I'm happy to have an initial visit with you at no charge. I've been handling criminal cases, civil disputes, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Let's work together to find a common-sense solution to your legal matter. Visit my website at troshlaw.com or give me a call at 534-4837. And go Irish!
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindenmeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindenmeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindenmeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Back here on Husker Radio's KODY 1240 AM 106.1 FM, our quick stop postgame show getting underway from Knights of Columbus Field. St. Pat's gets the victory here over the Southern Valley Eagles by a score of 67-22. Your postgame brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner. Fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road everywhere, it is Quick Stop. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley. As the Irish pick up again the big win, improved to 5-2. Southern Valley drops to 0-7. Irish go to Arapahoe to wrap up the regular season. Southern Valley goes to Dundee County Stratton. Kind of a slow start, maybe a product of the couple of the players not being out there, a younger group. Got down 8-7 early, but then rattled off 33 straight. Had some defensive plays, had a kickoff return in there. Ended up having 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown. Some short fields, and took advantage of some mistakes, and able to put this one away by halftime, and bounce back from a tough loss last week.
Well, I'd attribute a little bit of that early on to some different combinations of guys out there defensively. You have several of your really key guys that weren't out there in Sutton and Peyton and Xavier, and then in addition to that, I got to believe that what the guys saw from Southern Valley there early on was a little different than probably what they'd prepared for in terms of the receiver combinations and some of the routes and all that kind of thing. And then I thought they did a great job of adjusting, changed their alignment for a time, and put a free safety back there in the middle of the field. And actually, after those first couple of drives, really slowed the Eagle offense.
Yeah, that was a credit to Coach A and the crew, because that was in-game adjustments. That was actually before halftime that they made those adjustments, and they paid off. Gave up 177 first half yards through the air, only 9 in the second half. So obviously made some changes there, and it wasn't for a lack of attempts in the second half. They had 8 pass attempts, as opposed to, a few more, I guess, not quite as many in the second half, but still, Irish able to pick up the defense in the second half and get the victory here today over the Southern Valley Eagles. And just kind of what you needed. You needed to right the ship after that game last week, so you could kind of get back on track here and now try to close out the season with a monster game next week, because and you hope you came out of this game healthy. You hope you can get healthier as the week goes on into next week, because it's not an easy game next week, but this is a right step in the right direction, because you want to go into that postseason on a high note.
Sure you do, and it's a game that every game that you win puts you in a little better position in that first round, and it might be ambitious to think you could still host, although I don't think it's out of the question, but more likely. You might travel, but I think you get a manageable opponent. If you drop a game and you fall into the mid 20s to high 20s in terms of where you are points wise, you're gonna get a pretty tough draw.
And he also happy tonight for the seniors. I thought Mason ran real hard, career high day from him. Obviously, Sutton doing his thing and what he could do. Hudson played a lot here today. Emilio had some good plays. We called his name quite a bit. Cooper Swanson might have gotten hurt, but he was playing pretty well early in this game. And so senior night, parents' night, good to go out, because this very well could be their, as you mentioned, final game at home. We hope not, but could be.
Yeah, that's right. And they've done a good job and really dedicated a lot of time to the team. So it was good to see them have a good game.
Appreciate your time. See you in Arapahoe next week.
Look forward to it.
That'll be a first trip for me to Arapahoe for football. I've not been there for football. Looking forward to it. Coach Optenkamp here with us on the postgame as the Irish pick up the 64-22 win over the Southern Valley Eagles. Irish now 5-2 on the year. First off, congrats, Coach.
Well, thanks, Tanner. I appreciate that. I thought, good thing we were having trouble scoring, so I thought the defense really had to play lockdown football, and doggone it if we didn't do that. If you would have asked me start of the season to name our 3 most important defensive players, all 3 are sitting over by me.
Right.
And we had a lot of guys playing the spots. They haven't got a lot of time. And, it was learn by doing, right? And so, our kids play hard, and they're going to try to do what we want. And it's just a matter of getting them taught to put themselves in good positions. But no, it was a good win. We'll take it and move on.
Yeah, you had to make some adjustments there, obviously, and they were getting some passing down the field, but you adjusted, 3-man front, went to Bennett safety, and that seemed to shut her down.
Yeah, and we felt pretty good about that, and then, of course, right before the half, and all of a sudden our pass defense just breaks down, but it wasn't a great defensive half, but you're not sure how much of that was hangover from the week before. It was tough to get energy going this week, and but credit to our kids. I thought we played much better in the second quarter, and I thought we started understanding what they were trying to do a little bit more. And so, credit to Southern Valley. They had some things that they knew or thought would work, and they did, and they kept going back to the well. And finally, we saw it enough that we could do that. But if you think where Southern Valley football was a year ago, right? Not playing games. So, I appreciate those guys a ton for, hanging in there. And they got a young squad, and they got some good young players. So,
you had 4 minutes and 26 seconds of first half time of possession. You ran I think you ran 4 plays with 3 touchdowns in a period there.
Yes, and I think we had a special teams touchdown in there.
Yeah.
And
Coach Braithwaite's going to be He's going to be a terror this week with 2 touchdowns.
We're going to widen the doors so his head will fit through them. But no, it was. I thought our special teams played really well, and Brad works hard on those. They had us concerned with that high kickoff, and that it's not an occasional thing. He's pretty good at getting it high and putting it where he wants it, and I thought our kids handled that really, really well. And we had a couple nice returns off those, which you don't always see, and so give credit to our kids for being adaptive in that regard. But no, Brad works hard with those guys and does a really, really good job. We probably spend more time, so I think probably on special teams during the week than just about any Class D school, and maybe even Class C. We always thought going in that if we could win one of the other 2, that special teams, we were going to win those more often than not. And so Brad does a great job with those guys. But no, I'm glad for our seniors. Got a last regular season home win, and now we get to go down to Arapahoe, and they were beating Highline. So, it's never easy. But and hopefully our guys that played a lot for the first time tonight, they're going to be a little more experienced next week, and then we have some film to say this is what you did, and this is why you shouldn't do that, and this is why Coach A has heart issues and things like that. So, but no, I love our kids, and again, I wouldn't trade them for the world. I just wish some of their joints were a little better right now, but we've just had a rash of it, and that's part of the game. It's just you can't control that. You just do the best you can. So
yeah, Arapahoe going to be coming off a win. They knocked off Highline tonight, 20-14. So that'll be a scrappy team on their home field in their last game.
And they got good size, and they're going to have some big, strong kids, and we're going to have to really, really play well up front to move them. Defensively, you have to control their quarterback's pretty good. 24, the running back, is a pretty good ball player, and so we're going to have to bring our game to win it. So
thanks for the time. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Tanner.
Coach A with us here on the postgame. Irish get the win 67-22 over the Sandhills Valley Eagles. Postgame brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner, fast, easy, and convenient. 6 locations throughout North Platte, also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road to everywhere, it is Quick Stop as the Irish improved to 5-2 on the year. And Southern Valley drops to 0-7. Let's get your postgame numbers here, brought to you by Con & Signs of North Platte. St. Pat's unofficially here today goes for 298 rushing yards. They also had a total of 39 passing yards for a total of 337 in the ball game. Total yardage here today against Southern Valley. St. Pat says Mason Giebler, 7 carries, 154 yards. That's a career high number there. And 3 touchdowns, ties his career high as well. 2 for Brecken Collins, 47 yards and a touchdown. Ben Hyricks, 2 carries, 30 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very efficient. Jackson Braithwaite, 1 carry for 9 yards. Matthew Giebler, 4 for 14. Riker Atkins, 4 for 22. Gets his first career touchdown. 3 for 22 for Ben Hankla, and Hunter McNew got a carry. Jackson Braithwaite, 3 for 4, 39 yards and a touchdown pass. Ben Hyricks had 1 catch. Ben Hankla a catch, and Levi Charter 1 catch for 15 yards. 1 turnover, 13 first downs, 4 penalties for 34 yards. Meanwhile, for Southern Valley today, 62 rush yards, 215 through the air, 277 yards. They had no problem moving the ball. Hunter Lance, 22 carries, 45 yards. It was a tough physical day for him. Howitt, 4 carries, 18 yards, and several others with 1 or 2 carries. Howitt through the air, 12 of 19 for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Did have an INT. Lance, 1 for 3, 29-yard touchdown pass. Lance receiving Hunter, that is, 7 catches, 110 yards and a score. Avery Thiessen, 4 catches, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Hayden Lance, 2 catches for 8 yards, 1 turnover, 11 first downs for the Eagles. 4 penalties, 35 yards. Again, they're 0-7. Irish now 5-2. Those get your post-game numbers brought to you by Condon Signs in North Platte. North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Condon Signs, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign. Quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Viner at condonsigns.com. Well, the Irish now again go to Arapahoe. Arapahoe, a couple-win team. They'll be trying to get to close out their regular season. They would love nothing more, I'm sure, than to knock off the Irish next week. We'll have it for you right here on Husker Radio's KODY. Make sure you join us. 7 o'clock kick from Arapahoe next Friday night. Should be a fun one. Should be a pretty good game, honestly. I think that's going to be a dogfight for the Irish. So they're going to have to play well to get a win on the road in Arapahoe. Time now for your player of the game, brought to you by Allo Communications. Allo is taking tech to the next level with products and services that provide its fiber fans with an all-star experience. If you're ready to up your internet game, go to allocommunications.com and get Allo today. I'm going to go with Mason Giebler. It's senior night, and with his big game, it's hard to ignore him. 7 carries, 154 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He also had a kick. No, he did not have a kickoff return. That was Hankla, and his brother had one, actually. So, sorry, Matthew. But he still had a pretty good game. 7 carries, 154 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Career high in yardage. And also, but I want to give an assist to Brecken Collins. He was just everywhere defensively, making tackles in this game early when it was still a tight ball game. Absolutely everywhere was Brecken Collins. He also rushed for a touchdown, so he's an honorable mention player of the game in this one as well. It's going to wrap it up tonight for Knights at Columbus Field. Big thanks to Coach Kevin Dodson, Coach A in our pre- and post-game chats. The best in the business, Bill O'Malley, for joining us. And Ryan O'Neill, video producing for the first time. He did a great job for us here tonight in night number 1. I'm Tanner Struckman saying so long tonight from Knights of Columbus Field. Again, your final, St. Pat's gets the victory 67-22 over the Southern Valley Eagles. You've been listening to High School Football on Husker Radio.
This has been coverage of North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. For a copy of today's game, contact the station at 308-532-3344. And for a full list of upcoming broadcasts, go to HuskerRadio.com. This has been a Husker Radio production.